Hi, my lovelies. How are you doing? Welcome to Sharon Review. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome on. So, we're going to do a recap of the whole entire week. Anything drop new, let us know. You know what I mean? So, it's a wonderful day in SkitLanta. It's a wonderful day in SkitLanta. And Goddess, you only have the link, so when people come on in the room and we have enough people in the room, there you guys coverage. There you guys can come if you choose to do so, whenever you're ready. All right, no pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna try to sing something. All right, let's see if we can do this together. Singing in the rain, what a glorious day. I'm happy as can be. I'm laughing and dancing on the clouds. I love that song so much. Oh, Jean, my way is soul resting, please. Oh my goodness, I love musical, guys. I have to tell you, your girl love musical, and your girl loves. She loves. I love horror movie. I love vampire movie. I love werewolf movie. I love the book. I read, and I love to read my Bible too. Yes. Hello, Chance. Hi, dearly. Hi, my lovely goddess London. It is so nice to have you in the house. So I'm just waking. So we're gonna speak on Wayne, Lauren, Delicia, Amber, Ernestine. You know, all of the SkitLanta folks today with nothing delicious drop. But the only thing I can say, I was rolling around in the rain when Dan actually get pepper sprayed by badass Delicia. But we have to put a disclaimer out there. When you watch the Country Wayne skit, we're reviewing the Country Wayne skit. So welcome to Sharon Review, everyone. Yes, my lovelies. And Sharon Review love to sing, but trust me, she can't sing. But she can make a darn fool of herself for real. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, Angela Powell. How are you? Oh my goodness. It's the first I've seen you here with me. I have Angela C, but I don't know, you know what I mean? But it's nice to see Angela Powell. Yeah, so I'm a girl. When I was younger, I used to love to play in the rain. I'll go barefoot, trust me. Even if I'm coming from school, when I was younger in Jamaica, those little, when we're young. I mean, I don't even know what time they start us. A 2-year-old or 3-year-old at the baby school. You know those little school? And when it rains, I love to be in the rain. And then I'll be sick for a very long time because I'll have a high fever. And guess what? I couldn't talk at the time. But no, they can't shut me up. Oh, Lord, I catch up for all those times they can't talk. Okay, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So that is some news about your Sharon review. One thing, we will keep it. Sharon, I've been in and out. Okay. It's the first I've seen you in. I know Angela C, but I don't know if you're Angela C. So maybe you're different. So one is Angela and then you're Angela P. And I love you. So thank you for coming in, giving me the love. I can't touch the other channel right now because of my you know what. So I have to wait until you know what. All right. So, okay, my lovesies. So right now, we are going to touch on Dan. Dan is such a wonderful one. Hi, dearly. Welcome in.
Hi, hi.
How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. How are you today?
I am good. How are you loving this skit?
Today is not bad. It's not. It was, some a lot of interesting ones and different ones, but we have to really speak about it though. And go over it and everything.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Then.
So we're going to cover, we're going to just do recapping. Anything you guys want we to speak on, we will speak on. Leah and I, right now, Charmaine is making some nice little meatballs for the family. So she have to drop it off somewhere. And we don't know when she's going to get back to, but if she can, she'll jump in the chat. She says she'll see, but if she get back in time, she'll definitely come on in. Okay, my lovely. So I guess I just have to let me see what I can do here. Nothing here, nothing there. All right. So now, my lovely, it's been a very interesting week in Skitland. We have seen Amber got a birthday gift from her
Mm.
guy from it is his birthday. So he bought himself a house and put Amber names on the deed. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lee here. We have to be fair to Lee here. We are, let me see if we can pull up that. Lee mentioned something in the chat for us, and this is for our chat family. Let me see if I can find it, Lee, because normally when I touch on things, I can't find it. Let me see if I'll be able to find it in. Okay, that's a different screen. All right, so when I found it, I'll talk about it. But Lee
Okay.
wants us to answer a question that he poses to us. So I need you guys to put it in the chat. Okay, so Dan tells Lauren he's going to let go and let God. So I'm gonna let God and Lord. That's very good for him. I didn't get to see that. So Lee, if you can do me a good favor and go and watch it for me, then you can come back. Just put your phone on mute or whatever and watch it and let me know what happened, okay? And Goddess, we've Goddesses in the chat. So right now, can we say God is popping in the skit? Is God popping in the skit right now, guys? All right. So Goddess is saying right here says, error, it's not over if they don't let the police know, right? And that is true, Goddess. Let me see. So we welcome in Lee. Good afternoon. So we have Lee here as the co-host. I'm Sharon Review. And Chance says, ideally, how is it going? And Chance, if you send me your email once in a while, me can send you a link and you can come up and say, I am God. I know you're a busy man. Yeah, that would be nice, Chance. Goddess says, please hit the like button. Thanks, chat. Thank you, dear Goddess. And Chance said, Goddess London, how you lady are doing? Chance, you know, oh, nice I'm doing. You talk to me all day today. We're good. We're good here. Sharon, just enjoy when it rains. Yeah, but I used to be a very sickly girl when it rains, you know what I mean? Okay, so right now, Angela, and we have Angela P in the house. Oh God, and we have London in the house too. Oh, London isn't here yet. I don't see London. All right, but we're doing really good here. All right, let's see what the idea Tracia says. Okay, let me just welcome in. So we have Lee, we have Chance, we have Tracia, we have Goddess, we have Margaret. Welcome in, guys. We have Hera, idea Hera, and we have Angela P. Welcome her in the house. And yes, and Alani. Welcome in, Alani. Okay, so right now there's a new skit drop. I don't see it. So I asked Lee to watch it so he can tell me what happened. And Goddess can also watch it. Goddess has the link. She can come up whenever she's ready, but she's the only moderator right now in the chat we have here. And what chances say Lee says here. Okay, just saying hello. And Goddess is telling you guys to hit the like button as you guys enter into the room. I think that's what she says here. All right, so let me just pin that. All right, my lovely. So that is pin. Okay, so now I enjoyed the first skit that they dropped this morning with Wayne. That was fantastic. Jesus is popping, and people think Jesus ain't popping, but I love that side to Don. Don mentioned this David with the prophet, and the prophet was telling him about the rich man, the story of the rich man who took. He has so many beautiful lamb. He has more than 1 million lamb. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, exaggerating there, paraphrasing there. And then The poor man has one lamb, and the rich man took the lamb and he cooked him and let people eat it. So so Dan was making him know that I have one sheep, and that is Lauren. And that blew me off my bed immediately. Trust me, I was laughing so hard I rolled out of my bed. And um, Arby says, "Boy, me know something was wrong with that girl there. You need to let that go." But then Wayne said, "Yeah, man, let me go call Lauren." But it look like him want to let Lauren go. It look like Wayne is in. He said he has feelings for her. Is it the ecstatic, or is he finally gonna get his karma from Lauren? Sometimes a player plays so hard and then they pick up, they have something good, but they end up picking up garbage. You understand? And the garbage, or should I say, the scammer, is Lauren. Mhm. So Lee, did you watch this skit? Let us hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it because I only have my one device. I have my phone. I don't have a laptop, so I
Well,
tried
you could
to.
watch it. You
Yeah.
could come off, watch it, and come back on. You have
Oh,
the link
okay,
in your email.
okay, okay,
Yeah, you do that, and I'll just put you back on the stage.
okay.
Okay, thank you, darling. I appreciate that.
See.
Okay, just mute your thing, and then we have so chances bigging us up. All right, let's see what you guys are saying here. So Era says, Goddess and Dan is really crazy. Meanwhile, bipolar Amber is already planning a wedding where she is still married to Anthony. Very diabolical. Definitely Hero. Definitely Hero. I'm good to see you here. I know I haven't
Let me
seen her.
get
It's the
my
first I've
notes.
seen Angela here. Oh, you're saying Lee? Okay. Lee, I'll kick you off and you go and come back, okay? You just click back your link and come back in. Just watch it and come back in. All right. So I could give. All right. So Angela is here. But Angela said anything yet? Error, I don't know. They drop another one. Sorry. Okay, goddess, but you're the one moderator may have here right now. Yes. I like to know the real reason why Lauren doesn't want to call the cops on Dan. It doesn't make sense. Exactly, Angela. It doesn't make sense, period. I was always wondering why that's not happening. And idea, Brian, how are you doing? Brian says, I'm here. Brian, you need to send me your email. All right. So I hope you have my email. So whenever I come on, sometime I can on a weekend or whenever I feel like when I can send you guys a link and you come up, or I can put the link in the chat and if you want to come up, you guys can come up. That is even good also. It's your girl, any one of you guys. This is your guys' channel also. We're all reviewing the content together. It's your girl said the skit with Dan and Lauren is too much. Okay, I think it's too much. And then Brian says because she's a scammer. Okay, Terry, I sent you. Oh, you'll stay in the chat. Okay. I have to stay in the chat. Okay, Terrian. All right, my darling. Okay. And Rhonda says, hello, Sharon and chat. Welcome in, my beautiful. Now, Goddess don't have any saying Goddess can come up on here. Man, why are you staying in the chat? You're still busy doing what you're doing, Terrian? Mm. Okay, so it was really nice to see that this morning. You know what I mean? Because Terrian, as I told you guys earlier this morning, she let me read that in Samuel's there. Yeah, when she was teaching me. So sometime, we do that together, but I'm doing it. So I hope when she have time, she really called me early and we can do our fellowship in the morning time. I'm trying my best to do better. I know my Bible by the back of my hand. All right, here is Lee back on the stage. How did it go, Lee?
I watched it,
How
and
was it, Lee?
yeah, Dan. I believe Dan is not crazy. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I think like I always said, in the beginning he was scamming her, but
Mm-hmm.
in the end he felt for her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and he wanted to stop his ways of scamming and stop his ways of, being rude to women. But it just Lauren, she just kept lying to him and kept, but his word for word, I wrote some notes down. He said, okay, hold on. I give up, but he said he gave up when he called her. He said, "Hear me out. Everybody keeps thinking I'm crazy. I I be acting crazy, but you know what I realize? I'm acting like this because of a woman being scorned. Like he's coming from her perspective." And then he said, I find you will never find another person like me that loved you, that stand by you. Then he said, let go and let God. And that's what he
And
that
let
was the
God
end.
take care of it.
Yeah,
I think I like that. I really like that, and thank you for that, Lee. Well
no
said. Let me
problem.
remove this. That was really awesome, Lee. I love that, and the reason why I said I loved it, a lot of people is complaining and he sees that he's losing his Christian
Mom.
followers because they can't stand the foolishness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people are taking a break from the skit. They're even taking a break from the reviewer too, or sometimes they come to the reviewer, depends on who they like, and they just like, oh, I give them a different perspective and outlook, you know what I mean? For
Mm-hmm.
them to continue watching this skit. And the first time you remember when he sat down with Mr. Big
Mm-hmm.
and he told Mr. Big, say, this is the one. I
Mm-hmm.
really loves her. I realize that he loves her.
That's what I'm saying. In the
Yeah,
beginning,
he does. You're absolutely right. He does love her. But I think she does love him, but her scamming ways,
mm-hmm.
because of the money. She's not with Wayne because she loves Wayne.
No.
She's with Wayne because of what Wayne can give her.
Mm-hmm.
She's all about remember she tell Delicia she wants that 40, she's gonna get 40 for him. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe she thinks she's gonna end up being his wife because he keep on saying when you cook for a man, he can do anything for you. And he says, oh, those fingers, you can put a ring on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. But
So
Wayne
at the
keeps telling her that she's pretty. She's pretty. That's what I keep hearing from Wayne. So it doesn't look like it's lining up with them being married or with them being in a relationship for the long run. I feel like it's just for the moment because he keeps telling her she's pretty. And that's what we keep hearing every time when Wayne say y'all all say y'all beautiful and y'all want this and that from a guy, but beauty not gonna take you far with you know.
that is so true. And he also tell her we are not in a relationship.
Yeah. So she understands the game. Mm.
No, she don't understand the game. She thinks that if she play along,
Mm.
it's a card she's playing, but right now she's not in the winning circle because we know what she is.
Yeah.
Because the only thing she got is an apartment that he offer on Amber. What
Mm-hmm.
if Amber had taken it? What would Delicia get? Then Wayne would actually dump Delicia and see if he'll have a chance with Amber.
Mm-hmm.
But as Wayne says, he doesn't mess with a married woman.
Mm.
And we're right with Lauren character. It is showing us that we shouldn't. If any young girl out there, you're not to scam people or guys because nowadays guys scamming woman to or scamming another guy because the world is just evolve into man and man, woman to woman, and everybody together swinging here and there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's their choice. But whatever they're doing out there, just be careful. And it
And
is just showing you that karma, you'll
mm-hmm.
get your karma eventually.
And even when he called Wayne, that was to me, it felt like he knows what he was saying. Everything was calculated, everything was like he made sense with his words. And
Exactly.
it just to me it didn't feel like somebody that is crazy.
No,
They know
he's
what
not
they're that's
crazy.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's not
They know
crazy because he said it
with the
articulately. I
exactly.
loved it. It
Mm-hmm.
was that's why I said Jesus is popping actually in that morning skit that we watched.
Yeah.
When I heard that word, I was laughing so hard that I called Terry and immediately I said, Terry, the same word that you this chapter in the Bible that you let me read. You know what I mean? So it is what it is because there is Uriah, and there is David, and then there's the prophet Nathan, and then there's another. You know what I mean? So there is so
Mm-hmm.
much. Thank God for Tyrion, and this says Jesus is not popping, and he's actually popping because I'm reviewing the skit, and I'm also getting back into my word. Yes, I'm baptized, but I'm not where I should be because I wasn't in my word. And when you read the word, you will become a sponge. You get to learn,
Mm-hmm.
memorize your Bible verse. So whenever you put on your whole armor of God, and you
Yeah.
can withstand anything out there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's getting me into my word. So thank you, Country Wayne, for that. Yes, let me just give him a shout out. And thank you, Deli, for giving me that feedback on Dan
The
there.
skit. Mm-hmm.
Because Dan character, I love the Dan character, guys. He can act different emotion just like how
Mm-hmm.
Amber can. I
Yeah.
just love he can be funny, he can be serious, but at the same time, and you're right, Lee, he is not crazy because he said I don't hit woman. And you know what I mean? And he's old. When Lauren run out of the house, he roll her back. That man is in love with her. She
Mm-hmm.
played with the wrong person. That's what she did.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
He gave her the whatever watch that was. I do not know if a Rolex or what, but whatever watch it is because she's into material things. She wanted 40,000. She go around scamming. So her being on that podcast is not even good for her either. Because
Mm-hmm.
all those people that she was scamming is going to be able to see her on there.
Yeah. And they're gonna tell their truth.
Hmm. Will she tell her truth? I doubt it. She lies. Because if she can live with a friend, you see how wicked. Me tell you, you see what happened to Lauren today? And what happened to Shayla? That happened to me. And I can prove that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Even on this internet there, me and this woman, a friend. My
Mm-hmm.
friend are me and her become friend here, help her. And then
Mm-hmm.
she turn around and not, you know what I mean? And talk bad about me when me never talk bad about her. But it's just a correlation of what is I make her start her YouTube channel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is this. Lauren and Delicia. Delicia take Lauren for a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, she called Delicia, and Delicia was there for her. Have
Yeah.
you ever heard Delicia tell a lie on Lauren?
No.
Okay, what did Lauren did? She called Wayne because she wants to move into the house.
Yeah.
And she's not getting the treatment that Tamara is getting slash honeypot. Whoever is watching don't realize who is Tamara from Ting there. From
Mm-hmm.
honeypot is the same person. So back to what we are saying. Delicia is a good friend, and that was me. I showed that woman everything I know from
Mm-hmm.
my other show because I have another channel. And she said because she wasn't monetized, she
Mm.
will whatever. But anyway, we just leave that alone. So now Lauren is a horrible friend to Delicia. And
Yes.
Delicia is not really, and Delicia is a good friend to Lauren. Lauren lied to Wayne on her and tell Wayne that Delicia don't want her at his house anymore, our house anymore, because
Mm.
she wants to move into there. What did when she started messing with Wayne behind, although before Tamara and Wayne break up, she told Delicia what she was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Delicia didn't stop her because she's teaching Delicia how to scam man.
Yes.
Then what did Lauren do? When Wayne and Tamara break up, she saw her chance. She know everything because Tamara run her mouth too much.
Mm-hmm.
And when Tamara run her mouth too much, what happened? What
It's an
happened?
opportunity. It's an open window.
Opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That was an open opportunity for Lauren to strike. And she did. She dot all her I's, she dot all her T's. That's exactly. That is call to action, guys, that we have to say that is opposite to to what happened between Amber again and Sheila. No matter how we look at it, it still come back to Amber and thing there. And
Mm-hmm.
Delisa is such a good friend to her. She even take Tamira under her wing to try to set up Tamira with another man.
Mm-hmm.
That
To,
so she witchcraft
to
her.
get over Wayne. Yeah.
Exactly. So when Lauren go in it, if she is involved with another person, it won't hurt her so much.
Mm.
And that was diabolical of Delicia to do that. So she was there protecting Lauren while Lauren is telling Wayne horrible things about her when not that's furthest from the truth. What did Lauren did? Lauren is nobody friend. What did
Yep.
Lauren do the first chance she get about Delicia? The first red flag you saw Lauren did with Delicia was what? If anybody can remember, put it in the chat. All right, since you can't remember, I'll tell you guys. Okay, Brian. She, oh, may I share screen to blouse and skirt? Sorry, guys. She sent Don, I'm telling you guys, Delicia address. When she know that she not supposed to let Dan know where Delicia live.
Mm.
So she put Delicia and her child in arm's way. What if Dan was a dangerous person? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? What if he was? That man loves her. He would not hurt a fly on her. I don't think he will hurt her, honestly. But she's making it seems like he would, and she knows he wouldn't. That is why she's not calling the cops on him. Do you guys agree? Right now, Nancy is saying that Dan is dangerous. And then Liz is going to stay. Yes, Nancy. Yes, Nancy. So the link is in the chat, guys. Anyone want to come up can do so. And then, oh, Brian is here. Okay, I add Brian to the stage. Hi, Brian. Welcome to Sharon Review. How are you doing?
Oh, wow. Wow. This has been a day.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Lee. How are you, sir?
Good.
It has been a day. It's been a day. But if you look at Lauren, remember going back in skits, we're going to go back when Lauren was basically almost first introduced with us with Dad. And then after she had her mother to play like she was
Sick. Mm-hmm.
ill, really sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mother wasn't part of it until the mother heard that she was going to get 20,000. Then the mother played along. But the thing is also,
Exactly.
Lauren, it's the way they had the storyline is Lauren gets all this scamming from her aunt because her mother always said, "Don't be like my sister."
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's just a long line of scammers, and she's from New York, so you know what I mean. And I used to live upstate New York, and New York, my son actually lives there now, and New York City, a lot of fast people, and they put on to get on to get going, and they do what they have to do. 3 car bunch,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. So there's a lot of scams
You're in and out.
mentally.
It's like you in and out.
Turn up your mic a little, Brian.
Yeah, sorry, you hear me?
We can hear a little bit better now.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so the thing is, that's what that point is. But today, you know what I mean? I'm glad Dan came at Wayne in the biblical sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good because obviously he did his research on Wayne, you know what I mean, as
Exactly.
far as like that. So he knows how to come at him. But the thing is, when we talk about Lauren only cares about Lauren. Because like you said, Sharon, she lied on Denisha.
Delicia.
Delicia, sorry, because
Yeah,
Delicia,
they
she
got a
lied
lot
on
of
her.
D's.
Yeah, she lied on her for the simple fact when
Mhm.
she told Wayne she needed a place because what Delicia was had going on, which wasn't true. And the thing is, for Delicia to run over to her, Delicia's being loyal to Lauren, but Lauren's not loyal to anybody but the
Exactly.
bag. And the
Mm.
thing also is, there, Delicia, she's a big snake too, because you see they're trying to in the storyline the little tidbits that have been thrown out that Shayla, when her and Shayla were in school together back in the day, apparently Shayla took a boyfriend from her. So
Yeah.
they're throwing that in because we know what's going to happen eventually. You know, and then after now King has basically washed his hands with her.
Yeah.
But you see, Dan's going to blow that up anyways. But the things that gets me is Lauren. Yeah, you can do what you want to do. You get over how you try to get over. But when you possibly can involve somebody's kids, that's a different kind of low.
Yeah, well said there. Yes, I remember that skit very well. And Lauren came in as a scammer, and the mother has a part to play too. So
Yeah.
if Lauren is going down to jail, her mother should go to, because she let her mother play like she was sick. And
Mm.
guys, you remember the basket,
And they
when
pray too.
when
And
they
Dan was the
were
same person praying. Dan was the same person
exactly.
that was praying for her mother to be healed.
Yes, he was playing. Yeah, it's true. He was praying. Yeah, and he changed for Lauren, but Lauren don't care about nobody but the material things that she can get from these men. And then to top it off, you remember, I love the other skit when Dan find out the mother was not sick. She was on the basketball, the
Play no
tennis
playing
court,
tennis,
The
playing
playing
tennis
tennis.
tennis.
court.
That
Yeah.
was a
That was
fantastic,
funny.
super skit to watch,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. She fell down.
No, seriously, that was a fantastic skit to
Yeah.
watch. I was rolling around on the ground here, I tell you guys,
Mm.
because it was so nice to see him say, wait there. And when me I
It's
see
like a
him,
ghost. This like
you
we
know,
saw the
him go
ghost.
like that. And him
Yeah.
a look him say blouse and skirt. And the mother that play tennis. And
But
he
you know
put
what
in
they
the
say?
blouse
What's
and skirt, guys. Oh,
Oh
just
Lord.
paraphrasing. Not he didn't say that, but but he was saying, my God, and the mother, I can't see. And the mother that play tennis. Oh my God, I said that was the most funniest skit I
Yeah,
watched.
Dan is a funny actor.
Yeah, yeah. That is. But I don't know, Lee. You said he's not crazy. I don't know. I think he's borderline. You know what I mean?
You
The
think so?
yeah, Dan. Because Dan in his mind. But the thing is, if we go back in the skits, when Dan was with the lawyer, the same lawyer that Lauren was messing with, the lawyer was representing Dan because he seemed like he had a similar case that like this that's going on right now. Even though it's not a case with him and Lauren, he's not representing him,
Mm-hmm.
but he had this. It's the same. It's a pattern. It seemed like it
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
was a pattern. So I think he's cuckoo for cocoa puffs. What the thing is, I like him as a character for the simple reason that I just hope that he just exposes Lauren,
Yeah,
and
that's what I love to see too. I'd
yeah,
love to see him expose her for real.
and
You
like you
know?
said too, and you made a great point, Sharon,
Mm-hmm.
because when Delicia was befriending Tamara, and Tamara called Dan, and she was going to tell Dan, and Delicia, no, 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 no. Then Delicia tried to set her, take her to Bahamas, try to set it up like that. See,
Yeah.
that's you know what I mean. You can't tell
Yeah.
me you're my friend, and then you all the time you knew that your real best friend or whatever, your co-conspirator, I'll call her, you know what I mean, was scheming on Wayne from the get go when they're at Wayne's house. Remember, she was in the garage and said, "I'll be driving in this," and
Yeah.
Exactly.
and
And at the
Tamara,
time, Tamira was with Wayne.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and the problem with Tamara that happens with Amber, they tell the business to everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that
oh,
is
Wayne's
so
getting
true.
allowance. You know what? If you have something, you keep it to yourself. My mother always said, a secret is something that you don't tell anybody.
Exactly.
But she
Mm.
want to
You're
tell.
absolutely right, Brian.
She want to tell. Oh, girls, I'm getting 30,000 a month. All of a sudden, those girls are starting to change. It's just like you see an advertisement for the lottery for 10
Mm-hmm.
or mega millions. You know what I mean? You start thinking about it. You start spending money in your head and stuff like that. That's what they started doing. As soon as they knew about 30, and what the Lauren said, I'm not going to get 30. I'm going to get 40.
She want to reach the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna poll. Should Dan expose Lauren? Yep. So I'm gonna poll that. So see how you guys do that because she need to be exposed.
And also Dan has another secret that he can expose. He has and Shayla and Iman because he met Shayla before and he knows her very well. They have the same, characteristic. That's why when he was even saying, "I know about you, I know all about what you do."
Mm-hmm.
But Dan doesn't know about
Uh,
Delicia and Iman
oh
I
yeah.
know.
he's that's why he said to her, Lauren today. Well, go call not the Lauren. He said Delicia, go call King. Go call King. He doesn't know
Mm,
about that because you know what? He would definitely go back and tell King.
yeah.
Yeah. I hope he tells King and King can expose his Delicia to him. That would be nice. Ever since that, so when we look at the story between Lauren and Delicia and Shayla, it all goes right back to Amber's storyline. It's like the sin of Anthony is on Shayla. Shayla always was a 3 or 4 because if you can in middle school and take your best friend man. So you mean to tell me say Shayla start be active in middle school? Lord
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
scared.
You
I
know
guess
her
he.
Them
mom trained her.
Yes, that's right. That's right, Lee. That is so right.
she was
She's
active then in middle school to
she's the queen.
take Delicia man
She's
and
the
then
queen
in
of the yes
turn
ma'am. She's the queen of
Delicia
the yes
and
ma'am.
Iman used to pipe up. And then Shayla saw that. She saw they were growing closer. She says, you know what? Let me get into this. And she start doing the same thing as what they were doing. She joined in, people follow fashion. That Shayla, she just jump on the bag wagon because she don't want thing to for them to go across the line. But when she introduced her, tell Iman says, oh, by the way, my friend is a stylist.
Mm.
I knew something was because we saw the connection. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody was looking at that connection. And then O'Neill used to ask us, you think she gonna snake? You know what I mean? Is she a good girl? He was asking us in the chat if Delicia was a good girl. And
I knew
then
she wasn't from the beginning.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I can tell she was not a good person in the beginning. She used to give Shayla good advice, but then later on it just went downhill.
mm-hmm. Anybody command the soap too good. Me call it soap opera. It
Mm.
to me, since as they keep on prolonging Amber storyline, they have so many storyline that they haven't, especially Amber storyline. It just keep on dragging on over and over.
It's like a
You
never
get
ending thing. We need some happiness. We need something to say where they have overcome their relationship. We need to see like improvement, a little
true.
bit.
But
That's why I call it a soap opera.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the bottom line is, um, unfortunately, negativity draws more
I
views
know.
than positivity. That's the thing. That's the
Exactly.
unfortunate
Yeah,
part
they
of things.
do.
Because now you see, you're starting to see, and I knew for quite a while what was going to happen to Chase and Candace.
They were a
You
good
see,
couple too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
they were teasing the audience what was to come.
yeah. So you start to see that,
Yeah.
so because she she's a woman that's high on her horse, and does she what it is, it's almost a repeat of back in the day with Ernestine and Jay when Amber first met Country Wayne. Not Amber, when Amber and Country Wayne went to the barbecue at Ernestine, and remember she was telling, well, you don't got a ring, you don't got a ring, da 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 da
Yeah, I
da.
remember that a long time
And
ago.
yes, it all started, you know what I mean? So
I
it
never
started to
start
be
watching it. Are you guys telling me?
it
Yeah,
started to be rinse and repeat, rinse and
mhm.
repeat. And because back then, that's how we found a connection. Jay and Amber are cousins, and Ernestine was always was actually belittling Amber because she wasn't married,
At
and you
that
know what I mean.
time. Hmm.
And that's right, and that she didn't like Wayne back then, so it's
Oh,
coming full
Brian, the
circle.
audience is said they're barely hearing you, so turn your mic up a little bit more.
Okay, hold on. Let's see my mic, where's it here? Nope, that's off.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear me better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Yeah. So you go back in time, like Lee, you recall that too when they were at the barbecue and and she basically belittled and say, "Well, Amber, you never been married," and that yada yada yada.
Showing
So
off her ring and everything.
that's right. Yes, flashing it in her face.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Terry? Okay, let me read. Thank you, dear Lee and Brian. So we have our two male co-hosts. Aren't we lucky? We have some nice gentlemen in the chat here giving us their feedback, how they feel on the skit. So Nancy says, Lauren been plotting taking Wayne from Tamira. Oh, yeah. And so the moral of the story here is that Lauren is not a good friend to Delicia because what happened today, Delicia could have walked in there and get unalived, and that happened in real life. So this is
Mm.
why I'm here telling the chat family or whoever is watching us in the bush or not yet, let them know that if you're in a situation like that, they should call the authority, especially you have a stalker or just our disclaimer we're putting out there. We are not a professional, but we are just saying we are reviewing a skit and they're showing that the guy could have a stalker tendency and
Mm-hmm.
he's a little bit cray cray, but right now we think he's not crazy because he's quoting the Bible and so forth. He's in love. He was a scammer. He met another scammer. The girl scam him for 40,000, tell him about her mother
Mm-hmm.
is sick and she's drowning in debt. And he gave her the 40,000 or the mother sick. And what he does, he go pray for the mother for healing and stuff like that. So that is what Lauren character does. She just go out there and scam men for money all over the world. She will just pick them, have somebody run information on them, and then they scam them for they come in with the story. So she learned from her aunt, and the mom is no better because the mom play along and asked her daughter to give her 10,000 from the 40,000. And Lauren didn't want her.
Half.
The mom says, if you don't give me the money, I am not playing dead, like I am sick. So
Mm.
Lauren said, okay, mom, I'll give you 10,000. And she play like, no, I think the mother said, I think she wanted her 15. And then the mother says, okay. And then she just play like she's sick. You know what
Mm.
I mean? And then the cousin, Stephanie, come in with IV and them something there, hook up the mother. So it
Mm-hmm.
is a lot, guys. So this character, Lauren, she's a scammer at the end of the day. So let me take some comments. So it is what it is there. We'll talk more and we'll let the gentleman talk about Lauren them and Wayne more. And then we'll jump into our meat of the matter. You know, we're just recapping the week. Amber and Dave and Anthony, Denisha, Shayla, every all the above. All right. So Tina says, okay, we already fixed that. Let me just come down here. Let me see. I don't think he knows Lee. All right. So Sabrina said, I think Dan doesn't know about Iman and Delicia. I believe they were pillow talking about them. I thought they were too. But let's see what happened. And then Tina says, I think they dropped the ball because, oh, he knows about, yes, he did. He knows about Shayla and thing
That's
because
what
he
I'm saying. I think he
remember
does know about Shayla and Iman.
a skit. There was a skit drop, and
When
she
it
even
went to the elevator, I think he was talking to Shayla or someone, and he said, "We're both you. I know your type. You crazy, just like how you crazy about my your man.
exactly,
Just how you
I
crazy
must have
about your
missed.
man. I'm crazy about my girl. I can
exactly. That's
remember
how
that
I know she
shit.
pillow talk.
I missed that one because I basically
Yeah.
watched most of it. I must have missed
Yeah,
that
they
one.
don't remember what they said, and we have to keep them accountable so they write the right thing because they tell us, and sometimes they don't. Anyway, so Tina says Sasha told Angelina the other day that
Mm.
she trained Shayla to depend on men for money.
Yeah.
Yes, darling. I always said that too, said the mother. We all said it. That Angelina trained her daughter to be a man piece, a married man piece at that.
Mm.
Yes. Thank you,
But
dear Tina, for that. Yes.
one thing I like about Sasha, even going back again, and Lee, you probably remember this, when Shayla members started having these
Dreams.
dreams about Anthony,
Yeah.
and she told Sasha about Anthony, and she told Sasha, leave her alone. That's your best friend's man. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And Zashri also said to her, I remember, Zashri said to her, Are you taking your meds? That's how me know say Sheila crazy.
Yeah, and Zachary gets stuff by herself. She wants to be independent. She don't want to depend on somebody until if somebody comes in her life, then it will be a different story because she moves in a way of patience and she wants to wait on her time. She doesn't want to
Exactly.
rush. Not like
Well,
Shayla, you know.
I you know, sometimes with the subplots and the little story, little hints that they give us, I don't think one of the kids is uh, uh, um, uh, oh Jesus,
Angelina's daughter or
yeah. I don't think they're of the same parents. I think that storyline's going to come out sooner or
Yeah,
later.
we all saying that too, Lee,
Yeah,
Brian. Because look here, she have a house, right?
the way they
We
treat.
sure know say have more than one bedroom. Our daughter come and say she needed help. And
because
she never let
She
Zachary
denied
move
her.
in with her.
because
Yeah.
Zachary has to go live with the lover, our
yeah,
dad's lover.
Ashley's the one
Mm,
that speaks Spanish. Shayla doesn't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So something ain't right there. But the
But
mother
Shayla in real life is Spanish.
yeah, she
is
is.
she really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay,
she doesn't speak it though.
okay.
Yeah. To my knowledge, yeah. But Zachary also say in a live that I watched that her character is gonna change, and she was looking for a writer. But right now, Wayne is writing her storyline. So says if Wayne touch that storyline, she's gonna become a bad girl. She won't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
be Miss Goody
Good,
Two
good
Shoes.
girl turned bad.
Well, she's spicy. She's spicy anyways. That's what I like about
Oh
her.
Yeah,
She's
man.
me too.
spicy.
I like how she just tell it as it is.
Yeah.
You remember when she went to the restaurant with Shayla
Tamara
to
and
drop off the
Tamara and
baby,
Pierre.
and
Yeah.
she saw Amber is at work and Amber taking her husband child, and she said, Amber, I can't believe you forgive Shayla. I would
Mm,
never forgive my man mistress if that was me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Shayla said, why are you triggering her? She get triggers by that. Why would you do that? So she's a straight shooter. That's what I love about Zachary.
Yes.
Yeah, and Zachary, by the way, guys, I'm just letting the pussy out of the back. We hear that Zachary allegedly, but we can't be alleged. She says she have a love interest. We do not know who her love interest is gonna be as yet. But she says it's a possibility we won't like.
They
Oh, she told us that her character is gonna change anyway.
I
So
see in the
let's see. We don't know when it's coming, but it's gonna come. All right. So Anna Jones says, ask it today at some form of a toxic or traumatic experience. Okay, thank you. Anna Jones,
Mm-hmm.
we are sorry that it was toxic and traumatic. To me, I didn't find it to be, but I guess to you, I get it. I think the reason why I said that it was because of Dan when Dan like Dan running to the house. Yeah, that would scare
I,
anybody. But then they
I
show a second skit that he was
mm-hmm.
not physical with her. He
but how
went in to talk to her. Yeah.
but how did
I
he get close to Wayne's property and supposed to be a gated community? I thought.
cause his brother, I think his brother probably told him where it was, or maybe he found out on the web.
Yes, he said he booked him as that they thought. Now here Arby said to Wayne this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. As far as the booking for the voiceover,
Yeah,
yeah, I
he
understand
booked
that.
him, but him
But
says
getting
I'm
close to the
not. And him
property,
just explained that he's not a promoter. Him just wanted him to give his brother a message.
that is the first time I think since when they started construction on the house, they used to show little bits of the house being constructed back in the day of the skits.
Yeah.
Um, but they always show the road coming in, but I thought there was a gated area because
Me too.
they
That's what
they
I
showed
heard they said, right?
they showed from the front of the house where it didn't seem like there was gated area.
Unless when Lauren came in the gate in a lock-in time and then he come in. But
But
still,
she,
don't they have security if it's a gated area? They
yeah, but
normally have a security at the front.
it
And the
looked
Or
like
they
camera.
do.
Lauren was coming from the back as she was walking, and he was
Oh,
taking a
maybe
picture,
there's a trailer at the back.
and he
Oh,
was taking a
maybe
picture
anything
of
is
the front
possible
of the
there.
house.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So we finished with
Possibility.
Dan, but with Dan's situation now.
Okay.
Babs asked her if she's in love with Wayne, and she said yes. And then him say, "Okay, you love that man. That man doesn't love you, and you remember before that." But me
She's in love
just
with the
deviate
money.
back to for a long time. Remember when she was in her place in Miami? He says, "Lauren, I'm on to you." When he finds out about the mom and her scamming him, He says, I'm auntie, you can be yourself. It doesn't matter to me. Just be yourself around me. That is when I know he fall for her.
Who,
I
Wayne, or you talking
thought that
about
he was
Dan?
gonna hurt her.
You talking about Wayne or Dan?
Dan,
Okay.
you remember when he went to her place and she was actually, I think she was making vegan food for
Oh
Rose.
yeah, I remember now. Yes, yes. In the
Yes,
kitchen.
and he told her that she must be herself. She don't have to pretend.
Yes, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. So he's on to her, so he knows what she likes. So he always provide that for her till him run out of cash.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the A- the ATM went dry, and so did she.
Hmm.
All right, so let's touch on. Let me take some comments, and then we're gonna touch on Dave and Amber situation next, because Lee have a vital question for the chat family to answer. So Sabrina says Ernestine was always bragging about her wedding ring, and she wasn't a woman unless you're married. Yeah, okay, that's what Brian was telling us about.
Yeah.
Great job
Hmm.
doing. Yes, they're doing a great job. Yes, the actors, yeah, and the Kountry Wayne skit, they're fantastic. They're doing actors and actresses. Well done to them. But where is Delicia going a button up denim outfit? Our boobs can't even fit in it. I mean, if she got punch, I mean, done a couple
Dan.
times. That
Hmm.
no bust up, go plop, 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 plop. That's it I hear. They just open
Hmm.
up. But she did pepper spray him. And I still haven't watched that skit as yet. But you guys, Tina S, let me know that Dan was actually rolling around in the dirt, in the grass.
Oh
That
yeah.
was, but all I know, I was laughing when I see him rolling. I couldn't hear what it was saying, and I was just dying with laughter. Oh my goodness, Errol said here. Hello, Lee Major and Brian Johnson. How are you guys doing? They're doing
We're
fantastic.
doing great.
We're doing well, thank you.
Hmm.
Yes, and awesome. And then Sabrina says they're still not safe. And Tina says, and the scammer done out of his love. That's a nice one. Brian says, Errol, I'm good. Thank you for asking. No, no, how are you? That's awesome, B. And then Errol says, this is the same Ernestine Amber as her Turpy now. Oh, yes, Errol. She's Amber Turpy, her confidant and her best
Everything.
friend. She's everything
Assistant.
to Amber right now.
Yeah, everything. Assistant and cousin.
She's everything. But of course, as usual, Amber tell her everything. Does she tell Amber everything? Nope.
No.
Just like
No.
Shayla.
Yeah.
Yes, rinse and repeat.
I know it. Everything about her and her side dude Wolfman, Dave, to her, just as she was always reporting everything to Shayla about her husband. Exactly, Era. Well said there. Tina says, I remember too, Brian. Yeah, they're awesome. Well said, everyone. Sabrina says, I really don't like our own family treated Zachary. Exactly. I always wonder why Angelina treated Zachary the way she did. And
You know
then
what?
we come to a conclusion that maybe she is not for,
Maybe Sashri is not really Angelina's kid
yeah.
because doesn't isn't there? I remember there was a skit um with the woman that's now with Sashri's father. There was something with them back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't Angelina pay her a lot of money? I don't know if it could have been a surrogate or whatever, whatever. There's something I remember something to that nature. I don't know if it's a surrogate or whatever, but it just comes to not a conclusion, but just a thought process, in my opinion,
Yeah.
that something went on obviously before because that's why he's back with her now, and so and her and Angelina were really close. So I don't know.
Yeah. But I remember one night when Angelina and Brody was in the house and he was telling Angelina says he wanted her, he needed his wife and she's so busy meddling
Uh-huh.
into Shayla and Anthony business. And
Uh-huh.
then he mentioned says, don't make me talk about Shayla. And
Mm.
we were waiting to hear what he has to say, and they dropped that a skit on the you know what I mean, on the back burner. Because when I
Oh.
said, you mean to tell me, say Shayla is not for him? And
Mm.
you know what I mean? So I'm here wondering what the beef is. So they never did. They dropped that, and then all of a sudden he become a serial cheater, and she was so good. If she was such a good person, what did Angelina do? The same thing what Anthony. Once again, we're going right back. The storyline
Full circle.
always go back to, we can compare it, the opposite, right back to Anthony and Amber situation. You know what I mean? Because Angelina bring Diesel into the marital home, into the marital bed,
Yeah.
and he was wearing Brody
The
clothes. That's
clothes.
how
Man.
diabolical she was, and she doesn't care a Woodums.
And I think she was paying him with the money too. Their joint
Exactly.
account.
Yeah, yeah.
And she bought him a truck from the
Mm-hmm.
business account, from their account.
Yeah, their
So you
joint
see what
account.
she was. And meantime, they make Brody become a serial cheater. He was with his life coach, was supposed to be helping him and his wife. They
Mm.
become lovers, and then what happened? He, when she said, "Oh, Pepe," because Pam can speak Spanish too, and she leave a message there, and Angelina hear that and throw him out of the house. So it is what it is.
It is
All
what
right,
it
let's take
is.
some more comments. So Brian Johnson Arrow says, "What do you think about bipolar Amber already planning another wedding? Why is she still married to Anthony? I see it's
It,
diabolical."
well, the thing is, it just goes to show you Amber is suffering from bipolar disillusion. For the simple thing is her thinking about Dave getting married and Ernestine saying, "Are you going to freeze your eggs?" Because she says, "Oh, you know, I'm in my 40s. But yes, I would love to have a baby by Dave. Yes, because that's your mo. Find a rich guy that helped you out because you're failing in a business. Because that's her mo. Every guy that she's been with, because she was failing in a business, except for Wayne, because she tried to make Mike jealous at the wedding, and she started kissing Wayne, and then after it became a situation and not a relationship. So the thing is with Amber, Amber always thinks that she always uses, "Oh, because I'm beautiful, you know, we deserve to get this and this." No, you deserve what you're gonna get. And the thing is, I don't think it's gonna last between her and Dave for the simple reason the look on his face yesterday on that skit when
Mm,
he asked her, "Are you going to let it go?" And she said, "No, I
mm.
can't." And then also she was saying, I think it was today, was she saying, or was it yesterday? Yesterday, today, I can't remember. That she was saying, "Oh, but if we're not married," and he said, "Whose fault's that?" Basically, you know what I mean? Whose fault's
Exactly.
that? So she says, "Well, we're not married. Oh, I gotta. I'm guaranteed." Like she's almost putting all her eggs in a basket on the divorce, getting her 50% instead of worrying what could happen with Dave. And so right there in itself, you know, Dave was going to get fed up sooner or later
Yeah, because we saw that on his face yesterday that he was actually frustrated.
because he gave up. He gave well, he's not that he gave up a lot per se, but he did let go of a person that was with him for 10 years, a decade, that helped build the business to the mega business that it is. You know, so he did let her go, and which, uh, you know, is that going to be a mistake or something like that? Well, didn't he almost lose one job? But it seemed like Amber came to the rescue and got the got the deal back in the thing. Only deal that I ever see her make. But the thing is, he was so dependent on Melissa because Melissa was doing everything for him, and and
Mm,
and and even on the storyline, Melissa, even some of the women that Dave used to deal with and then wanted to deal with no more, Melissa was the one that seemed like that intervened, that helped him, that's
mm.
Get
that
rid of them.
got rid of them for them. That's right.
Mm.
So I just can't wait till that letter is open. I just can't wait.
I'm dying to know what's in that letter. I wonder if
Mm,
it is going to be
mm, mm.
something that actually detrimental, or is that letter going to be a major plot twist? I think it is going to be a major plot twist because everything was so folded up. It was a very thick letter, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's
It
something.
was a
It's
thick
something.
letter.
It
Okay,
has to
I
be
can't.
something.
Wait there. Let me go into my studio. Maybe I'll find it there. Yes. So, can you guys see the computer so you guys can read any comment in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Read the
And
comment. Meantime, I look for what Lee wants, what me want to bring to the.
and Jones, G91. He had been following Lauren. He's obviously talking about Dan. Uh, Earl Lady Sigan. Sabrina Zachary is a fool for tolerating her family like that. She would cut ties with them. Sabrina Hogan also said, Errol is hard to let go of your family when you love them. No, it's not. No, it's not. You can choose your friends, but not your family, but you can let them go. Delicia got that dress
Definitely.
from Fashion Nova. I'm planning to ordering it myself. Uh, Margot says, hey, Sharon and everyone. Hi, Margot.
Hi.
Uh, Sabrina
Hello,
Hogan says,
darling.
there was another denim dress that Delicia had on when they were in the podcast suite. I found it on Akira and ordered it, but now I had to return it because it was too small. I couldn't zip it up. And she put a smiley face. Uh, Earl Lady, Seagun, 1960, which is my birth year. Sabrina, but the abuse is too much. I always have pity on Zachary. Uh, Goddess London. Good evening, Margot. I guess her and Margot were talking back in each other. Margot Greer, 7254. No one tells everyone everything. If you're going to call a so-called spade a spade, land the damn plane across everywhere and everyone. That's
But we
facts.
do. Okay, let me answer that question. What time is that, Brian?
Uh, doesn't
Whose name is it?
uh Margot Greer, 7254.
Okay, so Marcos is saying we're not calling a spade a spade.
Yes.
Oh, Margot needs to come into the room. All right. Let's see. Margot, we call a spade a spade. We're speaking on stuff, so don't come and say we're not doing that when we are. Here is the link. You can click on it and come on up when you're ready. Okay, Lee, I can't find the thing right now. Tell me I look for something I can never find it. So tell us. So Lee was saying in the chat, right? I wanted to show it to you guys, but I can't find it. That when you love somebody, it's unconditional. I'm just paraphrasing. And if you're in love, you would do anything for that person, just like, oh, I'm just paraphrasing this partly. Lee didn't put it in, but I'm putting it in. Add this to it. That Dan loves Lauren, and he says, I will die for you. Would Lauren die for him? No. Would Lauren die for Wayne? No. So now, Lee question is to us, me and you guys. What did Amber gave up for Dan? For Dave.
Dave.
And what did Dave give up for
Amber.
Amber? So I like you guys to type that in the chat. That is not a question for we to poll. So I am letting you guys think on it. What truly
And I
did
and
Amber
when I
give?
was when I was doing this, I wrote a list of stuff that Dan did. I mean that Dave did, and the list of things that Amber did, and I only came up with one thing Amber did, but I came up with few
Margot,
things.
Margot, me want to see your picture. You can't make me the only girl now. You see that Lee's a handsome little young man. And then Brian, I've never seen Brian, so me promise you guys you don't have to be on camera if you want to be on here. But Margot, me and you go back and forth. So please, Margot, I'm not the best. I just put my little lipstick on. So one day when you come up, you can show yourself. All right, go ahead. Sorry, Lee, go ahead.
Yeah. So the list that I came up with is that it's that's why I say it's not really true love. They don't really love each other because in the beginning Dave
I
invest in
found
her
it.
business. Dave, that's the first one that I wrote down. Dave invest in her business. The second one, Dave took her to see his family. Dave bought her a house, and Dave what's the other one? I wrote other ones down, but to just sum it up, Dave and Amber, their love is not realistic because why? He having regrets on how Amber is, and she herself, she's not being honest. She's her old ways is catching up to her, and she can't fight every single thing that's coming because why? She's in her mind, she thinks It should be a smooth sailing thing when they get
Mhm.
married or when she divorced Anthony. It should be smooth. It should be easy. But it's not easy because while there's still obstacles that you haven't finished, there is still
Mhm.
skeletons that you hidden from him, from yourself, and from other people that know you. And then this podcast is gonna be another big thing coming
Yeah.
up.
The,
So now there is a skit drop with Lauren breaking down to Wayne.
Delicia to
So
win.
yeah, so whoever have two device, somebody can watch that and tell us what's happening on that. Or you can come off and then go and watch and come and jump back in. Okay, Margot. Hi guys, we have Margot in the
Hi,
house.
Margot.
Hello, Margot.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
you sound beautiful.
Hi. Thank you. Listen, Sharon, first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And I respect every single person in the chat and on your panel. Let me start with that. I don't
Hmm.
have to agree with everything that, comes across, but
No.
Sharon, I'm like you and Brian, Lee. Now, listen, Shaman, I think that's my twin, to be honest. She's
Okay.
definitely my twin. But what I just wanted to bring to the table
Hmm.
is to say that I definitely do not agree with
Hmm.
how Amber is going about doing things.
Yeah.
I am so disappointed in Amber.
Hmm.
Where now am I an Amber fan? I just want to say that I think that I'm more of a mother that can understand Amber because I have a daughter that was once Amber. I have, I may not sound like it, I have 6 girls, 1 son, 19 grandchildren.
Ooh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, darling.
I am an elder. I'm very much an elder. And
You are?
you know, say it again. I'm sorry.
You say you're elder. When you say elder, because Charmaine says she's 64. How old are you?
I will be 64 the 28th of this month.
So you're not an elder. You're a young spring chicken. Come on now. Stop that.
Okay,
Margot,
so let's say
I'm older than you, Margot. You're a spring chicken.
You're seasoned. That's what we're seasoned. I'm not in my 60s yet. I'm still in my 50s. Yeah.
Mm.
okay, and I do have a son. So I look at from both sides. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason I say I look at it from both sides is because every last one of my daughters that are married or in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, their husbands or boyfriend will come and talk to me before they talk to their own parents because
Okay.
I I don't take sides.
Yeah.
I treat every single person as if it was me or one of my children or one of my
Yeah.
grandchildren. That's how I operate across the board in life. I was
Yes.
raised I was raised by my great grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
My biological mother didn't raise me. I didn't know my biological dad. I
Mm-hmm.
found my biological dad when I was 21 and met him when I was 22 and never saw him again or spoke to him after
Mm-hmm.
that. That's not my choice. But what I have learned to do, and I see Amber, there is something more going on with Amber.
Yeah.
There's something so much more. And I hear the back and forth. And that's why when somebody say in the chat about a curse this, a curse that, if that's the case, everybody has a curse on their life. But
Yeah.
it's according to what we do and how we pray and how we trust God and know how to
Yeah.
reach Him to break all of that.
Yes, it's true.
And
you
just
know,
when I say breaking, I mean even in the skits. Because see, when it comes to these skits, and Sharon, I thank you again because I came across you just a few days ago, and I
Yeah.
love your platform, and I love the communication, but we can't act like who's the head of all of this. Country Wayne. He's
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah,
He
he
is the
is.
head. He could change all of this if
Yeah,
he
he has
wanted.
to.
But and
But he
all
gives.
I'm saying is this: he keep those people on that platform and these characters. He keep them there. He keep them the way and where they are because that's how he generates his wealth.
Yeah.
Now,
But
does that
but
make him a bad person?
No.
If that's the case, all of us would be bad people.
Exactly.
But that's all he knows to do. But
Yeah.
that does not make it right. And now, Sharon, you punched me in my head when it came to my conscience about when they didn't feed him at the party. I already told you that. You was like, I said I didn't really care until listening to you. I'm a listener. I'm an
Yeah.
observer. And you made a whole lot of sense. There is absolutely, even in my house, I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what you do, what you say, but there's food going around and something you don't eat, I'm going to make sure you eat.
Exactly.
So
but you
you hit me in my head, my back, my neck,
Oh, I'm
broke my
sorry. But truth
leg.
is the truth, you know?
Yeah, and that's how I live. And that's how I was raised. It is bigger than all of that we talk about on everybody's platform when it comes to the skits. It's just the skits, but it's real life. Because
Yes, it's true.
If we look at Wayne, Wayne don't bring nobody to show him his true self
No.
because he pay everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to his children mothers, he brings what he chooses to bring in, and then he stop at a
He's
certain
telling
point.
his life story.
We don't know his whole life story. We do
Mm.
not know his whole life story. He's
well,
telling
we only
everybody
know what he's
else's
going to
life
tell us.
story.
Well, it's what he's telling the audience, right?
Yes.
Because when I watch his show with Shay Shay, I think I Shay Shay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I watched that show and that interview, and it was in depth. And he's saying only baby mother he has what he did before he was in the street. He knows how to do this. He knows how to do that.
But
And
that's all he chooses to share. That's all he chooses. Wayne shares what he chooses to share with
share.
all
Yeah,
of
you're
us.
right.
But
He
most people
chooses
do
to
that
share what
anyways,
he
though.
shares with all of us. But no, hold on. Let me just say this. Because when we look at those children, I'm talking about the children now. Let's get past the adults. I'm
You
talking
mean
about the
the children? But it's not him right the children. It's Chase right the children. You mean the twins?
I'm talking about not his children because
Okay, his
when you
children.
look at
Okay.
the children, when you look at Destiny, when you look at Brooke, when you
Yeah.
look at Blake, when you look at all of their mess is being exposed as children. You don't do that to children. They got their navels out. You don't see any of Wayne's children in any of these skits.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he does. He has
Yeah, you
his
do.
kids in the skit, but
Any of Wayne's children in any of these skits looking that way.
oh yes, yes, yes. I
Because
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
he would never expose himself. They may
No.
be out there like that, but they don't come in there because these children, even the twins, the disrespect. You don't see any of that coming from Wayne's side. I guarantee you.
You're
Because
right. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
You're
because
calling a spade a spade. Yeah.
he's showing
Be
all different elements
mindful of
of
that.
kids, though. He's showing
Now,
different
wait a
elements
minute.
of
And
kids.
I tell you, I have commented, and I'm going to say this, and this will be the last thing that I say. I have commented in a variety of his skits of how he demise men and women. I mean, women that come in with look at Dave. Dave come in here on a whole nother level. Anthony came in like that too.
Yeah.
Mike. came in like that too. A lot of the women came in like that too. Wayne breaks down every character that comes in that could potentially look better than him. He will break them down. And then I'm sure, like that podcast contract
Yeah.
that was placed in front of those women, I'm sure that same contract was placed before them. And he will demise anyone and everyone that would look better or equal him. They better be careful. Amber and all of the women and men, I don't believe Anthony came in to be that type of person that he is now. I don't believe Mike came in to be that type of person. I don't believe any character that's in there, but he will break everybody down
Yeah.
to make himself be the better person.
I disagree. I disagree totally with you. Totally, totally, I disagree with you. For the simple
Okay.
reason, Mike writes his own skits. Amber writes her own skits. A lot of them write their own skits.
But they
The same
did
way,
not in the beginning, Brian.
yeah,
They
but
did not.
no, but if
They
you
did
look at
not in the
but if you
beginning.
go back, Margot, at the beginning, you know what I mean? Wayne had different characters. Not only did he had himself, he had the sugar daddy, he had the dope dealer, he had different characters.
Yes, I
So
agree. Yes, yes.
when Anthony first came in, he was a stealth businessman, clean cut, and everything like that. But we don't know unless we know behind the scenes. But even Mike was on. Who he was on? Did an interview. I can't remember who was doing an interview. One of the stations was a podcast that he was doing, and was telling how he writes the skits and how, you know what I mean. And mostly all the women write the skits. Mostly all the women write the
No, but
skits.
that's what I'm saying behind the scenes. I agree. I'm not against what you're saying. I totally agree with everything that you're saying right now. And the main
but
thing
we're
that you said behind the scenes.
but we're not a monologue either.
I
You see,
agree.
the thing is, I don't agree with a lot of things that Wayne does. You know what I mean? As far as
I
on the
agree.
skits, I totally agree with you on that in that
Turn
regard.
up your mic a little bit more, Brian.
Is it still down?
Yeah, because I can barely hear him as well.
What
Yeah.
about now? What about now?
Turn it up a little
A
bit
little
more.
bit more. A little bit
Okay,
more, yes.
I think it's up all the way. You hear me
And
now?
talk closer to it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, you
what?
sound better now.
Okay, thank you. The thing is, I just think that a lot. Like, no, let me reiterate what I was going to say. A lot of things that Wayne has done, especially with the Jesus is popping, and sometimes I said, "It ain't Jesus popping, the devil is hopping." And the thing is, uh, how sometimes he denigrates women and stuff like that. I have, you know what I mean. I have sisters, I have a wife, I have granddaughters, so I understand that respect and that regard of it. But a lot of things is a lot of times what happens is who's writing the skits. So are
Yeah.
they using it from their own experience, or they because you're always going to pull from something, and usually from your life. It's something in your life or something that you've seen. That's how stories are told, and sometimes it's close to real life, but they just put a little caveat on it. They add a little sauce or they take a little sauce off. I don't like how every single woman in the skits are used as sexual objects. You know what I mean? I don't
I
like
don't
how.
think how the men or women, they are all use it, and then the children eventually be drawn in. That's all I'm saying. So for on that note alone, Brian, and I hear what you're saying, and I listen, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. On that note alone, there is absolutely no way
But did you
should
know?
things be drawn and taken and be this exploitation. It I
No,
me personally, I don't dislike Country Wayne. Don't get me wrong. I dislike what he represents. I'm
yeah,
not saying that this man has never done anything good for anyone. I'm not saying that at all. I dislike what he does for his own monetary, his his
yeah,
his his own
but he's making a lot of
his
people
own
wealthy.
lifestyle.
He's
I,
I
I
understand.
I I don't support that.
Yeah, but he's employing a lot of people. A lot of people are being
Yeah, he
employed.
Did
does.
you
A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people. A
support a
lot
lot
of
of
people.
people.
You know what? We can almost compare him not on a different level as Tyler Perry,
I
because you know
don't
what I mean.
care
He's,
for him either.
well, well, they're
Hear what
employing a
I'm
lot of black
saying?
people.
All right, let me
Listen,
okay, one moment. Let me just take some comments now. So thank you, dear Margot. Thank you, Brian. All right, so Bam says, how does Wayne character wants to look the best when you have just Delicia disrespecting him, saying he is beneath them. Amber attacks him, and Tamara and her father pop up and attacked him and his character. Well said, dear Bam. Yeah, they did do that to him. He does employ a lot. I know that we get frustrated in what they're portraying Anthony and Amber
All the
character.
characters, all of them.
We understand the remember rows of what's going on. I think they're retelling Amber storyline. As I tell you guys a few days ago, that I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, that Amber has childhood trauma, we think, because she lost her mom at an early age. Her and we thinks that it stemmed from she has to be a perfect child because she has to remember she was still nerd that she have to be perfect in the kitchen with she and the dad and Anthony when Anthony was there Jesus popping that Jesus has a plan for them. So we think there is a lot of trauma being the perfect kid because she was a pastor's child kid, right?
Yeah,
So she's not, you know
but
what I mean?
remember when
So we
Amber?
understand all of that. And
Yeah,
then Charmaine is saying in the chat here, hold on, here, me just look down on my phone and see, but it's not inside here. Hi, Sharon, I'm going to stay in the comments today. Okay, so you and Terry are staying at the comment. Okay. And then Charmaine says, how many times must Wayne say he writes the Amber, Anthony, and Shayla skit? And Amber saying she is a producer and does not write her own skit. She's right. So Amber said that last one that she's not writing her own skit anymore. She used to when Wayne was busy. And then when Wayne came back, Wayne started to write the skits. And we do
and
not know
Wayne
before
started
you
writing the
guys
skits.
hold
Wayne
on,
started
you know.
writing the skits because Amber wanted to do something different. When it came to her, Shayla and Anthony. When it came to
Yeah.
her, Shayla and Anthony, Amber wanted to write a covenant skit. Amber wanted to do something. And Wayne wasn't having it because Wayne had been with Amber before Amber got with Anthony, and because Amber chose Anthony over Wayne.
no, no, she didn't. Wayne did
Hi
Yes,
not.
she
there,
did.
O'Neill.
Yes,
Wayne
she
did not.
did.
Charmian, you and Terry are still staying
O'Neil,
in that.
O'Neil, how you doing?
What's going on? Y'all got me for half an hour. What's going on? But I'm here. I'm
Oh,
here.
Woo.
O'Neill.
Had to.
Mm.
Hi, O'Neill.
What's going
Hey,
on,
Neil.
Okay.
Sharon?
Okay, so O'Neill, we're just catching up on the Lauren. We are catching up on the all
Amber,
that happened this week
everything.
Okay.
with what's your name again?
With everything.
The,
What's up,
the the
Lee?
star of the show,
Brian?
Amber
How
and
you
Margot?
doing?
Dave. And right now, Margot is up here saying that
Okay.
Wayne, she's just giving her this like that Wayne is, the kids them on the show, how disrespectful the kids are. Her
Oh,
point of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
view
I don't like
says
that.
he's not letting his kids play those part. But anytime somebody comes in this skit, to my
Hmm.
understanding, is that Wayne changed the character and his character always good. And then Bam Justice just put in here, and this is really nice because Bam says here, how does Wayne character wants to look the best when you have Delicia disrespecting him, saying he's beneath them, and Amber attacks him, and Tamara and her father pop up and attack him and his character. So that's what she's disputing what Margot is saying. So go ahead. So that's what's happening, O'Neill. So Margot
Okay.
is
All
just
right.
giving us her dislike.
Oh, well, was Margot done?
Hey,
Me know I
O'Neill,
finished
I'm
before
so
she done. Hey,
glad.
what's up,
I'm so
Margot?
glad I got you right now
There you
because
go.
I couldn't talk to you before, but I love your show. Let
I
me
appreciate
start
that.
with that. You see me in your chat, and I go back and forth, but I respect you. I
I don't mind.
respect
Don't worry.
Sharon, and I respect all of you. So
For
let's start
sure.
with
For
that.
sure.
But I do have my own opinion
Oh,
Sure,
yes.
for
And
sure. Mhm.
y'all need to leave Amber alone. That's all I'm saying.
That's what they all say,
Leave
though, Marco. You know
Amber
that.
Code
the F alone.
code
That's
three.
all.
Code three.
Get
Code
off of
three.
Amber because I'm with Shaman. You listen.
Code
Shaman
three.
said she's a level 5. I'm a level 10, baby. Come on.
No,
Shaman
she
is on
said
the
she a
amber
level
fence.
50
Oh.
now, darling.
Charmin is on the fence. She can say what she
Mm.
wants to say, but she's on on
Leave
Amber's
Shaman
fence.
alone. And
She's
Lee,
on
I love you
Amber's
too,
fence.
Brian. But we're here now. Let's go.
She
Let's
tell me,
go.
you know, she make me feel away.
I knew you would finally admit it, Margot. I knew you finally admit it.
She is
Marga
Admit
indeed.
man
what?
come tell me say she love me. But
I love
Charmaine is her queen.
you.
That's what she
I
said.
do. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Well. All right. Let me start here. Let me start at the skits today, right? Because I Hey, what's up, Charmin? I did DM what's her name, Lauren. I slid in her DMs because she said people sliding in our DMs, so I slid in her DMs, right? And so
Wait a
I
Ooh,
minute.
told her
Lauren, that big
amen.
I did slide in her DMs. You know your boy, he
I
gonna do
know
it.
you
Hey, I mean, I'm gonna do
are.
it. It is what it is.
Yes, right at the DM. I'm telling you, Ian.
We slide in
You
our
know what
DMs,
that now.
asking her questions
Okay.
about. He says if you will just watch the storyline because it's more than just being.
Me coming.
Because to me it didn't make any sense at first, but as it went along, I realized what they were trying, which is kind of always hard to show, but they tried anyways. They were trying to show basically how society looks at it when it's a man versus when it's a woman. Does that make sense? So, for example, when Shayla was doing her thing, we basically just laughed. But when Dan is doing his thing, we need to call the police. You follow I'm coming from? When Shayla was doing her thing with Anthony and she him in face and all that kind of
I
stuff, or
didn't
when
laugh.
everybody
I
else
didn't
doing
laugh
things.
about any of that, but okay,
No,
carry on.
no, meaning that the general populace, you may not laugh, and you have a couple of the women that don't really kind of whatever it is, but for
Yeah,
generally,
no, I
people
didn't laugh.
generally, I
Okay,
mean, see it that way.
okay.
So she was
Right,
saying,
right.
"Hey, look how it looks, basically." And if you look at like the last scene of it, if you look at the last scene when he says to them, he says, "Imagine this is exactly how you women always say." I mean, is it? I thought you guys would have felt the same way. I mean, I thought you'd have felt the same way, like how I feel, because I mean, I think you'd have empathize with me because just like how women feel hurt when men hurt them. I thought you'd understand when a woman hurt a man as well. So that's what I got of it eventually. Where she told me, she said, "Hey, just look at the that's what they were trying to show, right? Now how the audience take it, it is what it is. That's gonna be hard to show the audience, but it was good. It was a good attempt at them showing the audience that, you know what I mean? Meaning like showing them the how society looks at it double standard wise. Meaning, for example, let me give you an idea. When a man cheats, right? Society that tell the woman so she need for basically, I don't know, boil water, throw the hot grits, whatever the deal is. That's what society say, right?
On Mike.
And
And you
and
say
so
the woman should just forgive him, and
right.
yeah, go ahead.
You have that piece, but you also have the piece where if the woman does something, society will basically shrug it off. Yeah, man, him deserve it because him do this to her, him do that to her. But they're saying if you switch it around, you don't get the same
Mm-hmm.
effect. You understand? The effect is reversed.
Exactly.
Whereas once the man
Right.
tries anything at all, he gets basically, hey, you need to lock him up now. You know what I mean? You need to call the police now. You see where I'm coming from? They're showing you basically the double standard. So that's basically what they were doing with that little piece of the puzzle. So it was interesting. I just want to celebrate her on here. And she did, after sliding in the DMs. Yes, I slid in the DMs, friends. I went down into the DMs. She
So you're slipping, so you're slither in the DM, eh?
made the slide in our DMs
O'Neill?
because, yes, even on live, I was on live sliding in the DMs. But I
She probably
talked to the
wants a
DM.
Birkin bag now.
She probably wanted the Birkin.
You better get her that.
To
What
be
color did
honest,
she
I
want,
really,
O'Neill?
I don't know what color she
to be
wanted, but
honest,
no.
I honestly feel privileged. O'Neill and
Hmm.
Sharon,
Yes.
Lee, Brian, I feel privileged just to be on this platform because you didn't have to
It's a
let me
pleasure.
up here.
It's
So
a
I
pleasure.
feel
It's a pleasure.
privileged. Thank you. Thank you so
But
much. But I'm
Marga,
not
you
I'm
asked
not
me
done.
to
So
be
don't
my
let me
moderator
down
and me
yet.
give you
Don't
the
let me down.
moderator
Let's
status.
go.
Come on, behave yourself. You just even she just joined me, because I do roll call in here, and then all of a sudden, O'Neill, I was calling you because all my moderator just disappear. So I have to be
Hmm.
asking who is my moderator and so forth, and ask who want to be a moderator, and Margot says I could be a
I've
I
been
want to be.
watching you for a
So I
minute.
said sure, so
I've
me
been
turn it
watching
on.
O'Neal.
I did. Guess
I've
what
been
she had tell me?
watching Sharon. I've been watching you for a minute, and I know
Mhm,
O'Neal can
mhm.
remember. And O'Neal know I was watching O'Neal before I watched you.
Okay.
I
I
watched
come
O'Neal
from
for a minute.
O'Neill actually.
That's why I told O'Neal when he came in and said he was doing his prep. And I said, it's too late to be fighting tonight. O'Neal saw me in his chat. Am I
I
wrong,
always
O'Neal?
no, you're not wrong at all.
O'Neal
You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong.
O'Neal saw me in his chat. I don't mean no disrespect to no one. I
I
mean
know, I
no
know.
disrespect to no one.
O'Neill
Most
nice
for
man.
most. For most.
O'Neill is
By the
so
way,
nice like cucumber.
I do try. By the way, I'm glad that you have Lee on the show and Brian on the show because you get like other balanced male perspectives than just
Yeah,
O'Neill
man,
talking. So you get
they're
other
doing
men.
really well.
Yeah, I'm glad them up here with you, so them balance out the energy. So you hear from other men. So it's not just O'Neill saying, well, if it was a man.
I
I'm
know
glad you
it.
No,
actually have,
O'Neal is a
yeah.
beautiful person. I love her chat. I don't come in like this on nobody.
Mhm.
I've never been in on no O'Neal. But Sharon, I see her. I see her. I see
Thank
her
you.
spirit. She's warm. She's genuine. I love Sharon. Listen, I picked her up for the dinner at
Hi,
Dave's birthday.
We were going back and forth about that dinner because
Birthday
I was
party.
in my feelings, Anil. I
Hmm.
was in my feelings and I says, oh, in God's name, Amber could have
I
dropped the
gotta
ball like
calm
that.
down,
I
O'Neal.
don't give Wayne. She wants Wayne help her. So me have to tell Margot, Wayne, and if the bar wasn't doing well and he come and help her and she don't even pay him. She don't pay him. She asks everything Amber want for free. And people
Hmm.
don't understand that. And he's there for her. If
Hmm.
even with that restaurant where her husband not even helping her with, he goes there and help again. And then now
Hmm.
she a try 150%, like says. Amber just love that thing,
O'Neal.
50%. She
Yeah,
want
man. She
50
like
for Anthony and she want 50 for,
O'Neal.
and she thinks she
that's
O'Neal.
correct.
entitled and not
Let me
feed him
just
up.
say this. Let me tell you this about that. Let me, O'Neal, let me tell you about that birthday dinner. That
Hmm.
birthday dinner was held in a basement with 10-year-old wallpaper and Dollar Tree decorations. And they didn't have a waiter or a waitress. Okay? All right?
The rich people, eh?
I
it
The
was
rich
like a
people.
digress. I leave
dungeon.
it right
It looked
there.
like a dungeon to me.
It
Come
looked
on,
like a
Lee.
what?
Yes. Okay, I digress. I leave it right
Sometimes
there.
I've been in some fine
And you
cuisine
had
places and
cords
some
all
don't look
over the
like that.
place. You had somebody's trophies, and you had the wallpaper, and you didn't have nobody coming serving anything. And Wayne's, no, no, come on now. We already know what that was. That was a basement. That was a basement,
The basement
last
dinner.
minute, and that's why Wayne came in shorts and dinner.
Wayne didn't care. Wayne didn't care when he came in. That's for sure. He did not
Wayne
care when he
I
came
didn't
know.
in.
care.
But you see, when
Hmm.
people got money, they dress any ways they want to have. You know what I mean? They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
That's
care.
true. That's true.
I agree.
Okay.
I
Well, hold
agree.
on there, Margot. Let's read the chat here. Charmaine says, most time when a man cheats, people say men are dogs and men will always be men.
Hmm.
Is that truly, gentlemen? Let's get into the topic there.
Yeah, it is true. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if she do something to him, people generally say him deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, just think back in your time. We're not breaking any news. It is either them are call him dog, or them are gonna say him no good, or she slap him across the head, and we say, of course him deserve it. Why? Because him cheat. But if it was the woman that cheated and slap her across the head, you'd hear, oh, him need to get locked up. That's why I was showing the difference in how it's looked at. You know what I mean? One is woman is allowed this way, but the next way it's kind of different, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's like, for
I
example,
don't see it that way
Donna,
because
go ahead.
my thing is this: right is right and wrong is
Hold
wrong.
on, Margot. O'Neill not finished.
Oh, hold
I
on.
apologize.
No worries, Margot. So for example, let's say let's watch Dan and Lauren, and then watch Iman and Shayla, right? They both are the same thing. But some people would say inside of the chat, when I would watch a chat, well, Iman has been playing the two of them, so whatever it is. But Lauren has been playing Dan.
Yeah.
So do we pinpoint that or no? Instead, what it went to, okay, what they did was, no, don't get me wrong, Dan is doing a bunch of different things, but she has played him, and she realized she's played him because if you listen to her, she knows she's played him. If you listen to her last scene, she realized that, you know what, I really shouldn't have played with him. And what Delicia tell her, no, you're not really business about that. You don't
Yeah.
care about that. Of course, him fine. In other words, like, you know, really, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares if him get played? Him just a man. He must get played. So she's kind
No.
of showing you that's basically what she was insinuating. But but I'm gonna let you go ahead, Margot. Go ahead, Margot.
No, I was saying that everything that you said, you are absolutely on point. And let me just say this: I am not a Lauren fan
Mm-hmm.
by
I don't
Mm-hmm.
no
think too many
means.
people are.
I'm not a Lauren fan, and
Mm-hmm.
for the first time, O'Neill, we have like reached a platform where we totally agree. Because what I say
Mm-hmm.
with what you just said, Lauren
Yes.
should never, and Wayne, what how he go about things, they're two peas in a pod as far as I'm
Mm-hmm.
concerned.
Mm-hmm.
They really are because Wayne, when he was with Tamara,
Mm-hmm.
when he pled his love, he pleaded his love when it came to her. He wants to marry her,
He's married to the
and
game.
he wants her.
Mhm.
Well, he told her that after everything that he did,
Yeah, but Tamara's worst
and
problem was listening to Shayla. That was Tamara's worst problem.
I agree. You're right. Absolutely, 100%.
Because Tamara wasn't,
And
they
you know
didn't have
what?
Tamara's character.
Everybody, every woman's worst problem is listening to someone that have had very failed relationships. Because me
Mhm.
as a woman, now let me just say this. I am a baby girl of five brothers, no sisters. And when I tell you I listen to my brothers, I listen to my brothers because my brothers, they know the game. They have in the past, when I was younger, tried to interject themselves into my relationships and my, my mishaps and all of that. Even with having children, I bucked and I rebelled against all of that. But I thank every last one of them today, and there are only two that I hold close to because those two let me know and show me, go sit down. And those were the two that I rebelled against the most. When those two brothers tell me, okay, shut up and go sit down, I shut up and go sit my 64-year-old ass down.
All right. Thank you, Margot. Well said there, Margot. And let's get some people in the chat otherwise. So now we're gonna read some comments. And Anil, you got 80. Let me see how much you got for that poll. So 87 agreed that they don't mind you slide into Lauren DM.
I slide the
Mm.
Amber DM next.
You should. She really should because Ernestine says she's seasoned. She's not
Mhm.
because she says, "Are you gonna have Dave? A little Dave running around?" She says, "Oh, I'm in my 40s," and she says, "No." And Amber said, I'm elder." And
I'm an
Ernestine
elder.
no says, "No, baby girl, you are
Season.
seasoned." So I guess I am seasoned then. Um, so Ron can
Oh
slide into
man.
my DM.
Sharon,
Or
be yourself on
Eva,
the live.
yeah, Ron, if you're listening, you can slide in my DM. Eva Jamo, you can slide in my DM. I wouldn't bother with Mike because Mike just, I'm more interested. Well, Maybe I'd love to find out what is a snake walk because up till now I don't know
What?
what that is yet.
What? Hold on, Sharon. What?
What's going on, Sharon? What's going on, Sharon?
What on there? Pull up, man. Pull up.
Because you seen the snake walk made
I don't know. I'm curious, Anil. I'm curious. I don't
Nobody
know what
get
that
too
is.
the snake
curiosity
walk made
kills it.
Dominic go crazy. So
Correct.
watch out.
And curiosity kills the cat. So nobody get too curious, because you know
And then we will
end
go
up.
up like Miss Gladys.
Yeah. You know.
Oh my God.
But you know,
Oh Lord.
something just
They say that's the
something.
best way to go, Adil. That's what it says. That's the best way for you to meet Jamaica. Oh my goodness. The snake walk. I'm curious. I'm still curious about that,
Oh
Adil.
man.
I'm being honest, you know? It is what it is. So let me just read. Anil, me dying to know what you are drink. If I ever tell you what I have a sip of, but after your life, you can call me and I can chit chat with you.
Okay.
All right. So JDK says, stay far from the Sharon. JDK says, Sharon, you stay away from that. Oh my God. Oh, and I'm going to take the bone. Yes. Okay, them is going to take Sunny Man. Oh my goodness. So that's what's happening. Okay, let me go back in the comments here. Sharon Suzette is saying, thank you, Margaret, for the info. Anil says, oh, yes, please. So at least we get 87% of everybody agreeing for that Anil slid into Lauren DM because she tell Wayne this morning that says, you know what? Everybody's sliding in my DM.
Yeah.
So I wonder where O'Neill tell her, say no, when he was sitting at the DM there, he must, O'Neill, how are you going with that?
I'm looking around for something. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I was trying to check for something around this morning.
He's looking at her. Margaret says that party was held at the Panama, a black-owned restaurant in downtown McDonald's, Georgia. Okay. All right. Should O'Neill slid in Amber DMX? I think so. I'm gonna pull that O'Neill. All right,
No
guys. So
problem,
what? So fellas, do you guys think Sharon should try tell Mike to slid in my DMs because Sharon is very curious about the snake walk. You know what I mean? Because Damani there is really going crazy about the snake walk there, and then I should say, is she going crazy? No, I don't think. I think she's over that now, right? But Lisa,
she's
Sharon,
no, she's not. She's still
leave
not
the
over Mike.
men alone.
She's still
all
over
I
Mike.
know that Lisa said to Darren, she would go back to Mike because that snake walk what Mike put up on Lisa there is unbelievable, my guys. You know what I mean? I know Sabrina said, I Sharon, be careful. You don't want to end up like Miss Clarissa. That is so true. I don't. Okay, so on a serious note now, O'Neill. Lee asked us a question in the chat today. And he wanted on the community page, and he says he wants to know what if you're in love with somebody, true love, what did Amber give up for Dave, and what did Dave give up for Amber? I'd like your take on that.
What did Amber give up for Dave? Nothing at this point in time. Nothing. She hasn't really given up anything. To be very fair, you understand that part? She hasn't really given up anything. She wanted sex anyway, so she really never really gave that up. She wanted that. To be very, very fair, right? Dave has given Amber security already, which I've kind of pinpointed to the chat. That's right off of the cuff. Even if tomorrow Amber were to get upset with Dave, she owns half of the property. Even if you want to cut it in a quarter, she has at least $1.5 million worth of equity inside of that house. No ring, no commitment, no nothing. Just think about that as naked money. That's naked money that you've gotten from a relationship for 3 months. 3 months. You cook a couple breakfast, a couple eggs and some toast, and a couple, what you call it, bacon. That's basically about it.
Mm-hmm.
and then you
And
get to
that's
get
why
the
it's the
man.
avocado.
Correct. Then you get to get the man, and you get to basically do what you're doing with the man as far as you're concerned. So she really hasn't given up anything at all, for Dave. Dave has basically given
Mm-hmm.
up everything else. So again, to the gentlemen, them don't simp. That's why you can't simp, because the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, the woman can basically say, "Oh well, I'm gonna wait on this, or I'm going to wait on that, or I'm gonna wait on this, or I'm going to wait on that." That's basically it. Nothing has really been given up. But Dave didn't require anything of her. And that's shame on Dave for getting too head over heels over Amber, which is why Wayne keeps saying, "You're sure you know everything?" You know what I mean?
Mm.
But that's what I'm meaning. So again, yeah, Amber is, at this point in time, Amber is secure. She's never going to lose. Right now, Amber is guaranteed to win no matter what. Even if Anthony came for half of the $3 million, she still have 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't lost anything. Can you imagine a man being in that position? We would take it any day of the week.
Yeah.
Men would take that any day of the week. But that's the world for you. That's the world. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's my answer to that.
So
Thank
you,
you, dear.
so one thing that
What did Dave give up now?
nothing. He gave up. Well, he gave up quite a lot. You know what I mean. But
Mm-hmm.
the point I just want to make here real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Amber's almost like a sophisticated Lauren.
Yes. 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 Just
Oh
does it a different
wow.
way.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Just does
Okay,
it
I
a
never
different
saw
way.
it. Like, come on, Brian.
It's true, he did. He give up his money for her.
Yeah.
What did Amber give up? Not a darn thing. And you're
Exactly.
absolutely right.
Yes. Yes. And
Brian
think
has
about it.
made a very
And she's
Brian has
married
made
too.
Brian
Mark.
has made a very, very valid point. Come on, Brian.
Mm-hmm. That's
Well,
correct.
Amber always talks about the bag too, but she's just doing it
Correct.
differently.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for stating that, because I've been telling people that they can look as though she's not been chasing the bag. Someone says, "No, she's not. She's more insecure than she is, more out of fear than
No,
out of greed." I said, "No, Amber has been chasing the bag from day one. What are we talking
it's
about?"
true.
Remember when
It's
Amber
true.
went to, it was for the bag. When she went to Anthony, it was for the bag. Amber has
Yeah.
never done anything but for the bag. It's always been about with her. It's always been about that. But people don't really actually want to admit that. Amber have the wickedest slam. The kind of
Yes.
girl on the floor, man. Basically, so it's a woman with that know how for put it on and do whatever she does. No, she will
Mm-hmm.
play she plays damsel in distress very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
And so
And a lot
yes,
of
so she'll
people is not calling that out. I call that out and
correct.
then I get chastised because
Mhm.
I am so Auntie Riri so right. I have so many level trees. I have everybody inside my chat. I have level 1, 2 to 3. You know what I mean? And then if I say something that say we have our co-hosts Charmaine and
Mhm.
Terry and we also have Annette, right? And if we
Mhm.
say something that we're really seeing, we're unbiased because everybody love Charmaine take and so forth like that. But if I always think outside of the box. And what
Mhm.
they're showing us with when she walked into that house on Hill
Mhm.
and she says, wow, his wife is, she admire art and what, and she's got, but when she look at the yard compared to what she have ready
Mhm.
eye. And when you call that out, people say, what I mean, Sharon is biased
Correct.
and what, but it's the truth.
Correct. They
And she
And
gave
I
us a
have
also,
another
sample.
another question to
Go ahead,
ask.
Lee.
Um, does Amber confuse I just had it in my mind. Go ahead and let it come back to me, but go ahead,
mhm,
finish it up.
But if you look at the beginning of Amber, since she came
Mhm.
on the skits, her
Mhm.
high school sweetheart was Mike. Mike was barely making it. He got into the condo. She left
Right.
Mike, tried to get Mike jealous. She went with Wayne, bigger bag.
Yes.
She left Wayne because Wayne didn't want her no more. She went to Anthony, bigger bag. Now you go to Dave,
That's true.
bigger bag.
Yeah,
She keeps
that's
on
true.
elevating, and no disrespect to her, she's doing her thing. But let's
No,
call a
Brian,
spade
you're
a
you're
like you said.
absolutely right.
Let's call a
Line it
spade a
up.
spade.
You're right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Brian. That's what it is. Look here. Amber is out here running
Brian,
it out to make a lot of
Brian just
monies.
You're right, Brian.
Mhm.
Because she
You
didn't
know?
want to
Like I
deal with
said,
the Spanish
and
guy because he
I'm
only had a
Amber
jib.
10 toes down, but you
Yeah.
called it out. You're
Mm.
absolutely right. You are absolutely
Mhm.
right. Go ahead, Brian.
He's climbing the
Continue.
ladder. Just just
Does
just think about it. Lee
yeah,
and
go ahead.
Brian, just think about it. The woman asked Dave, but Dave, there's no ring on my finger, as though a Dave a hold up a
Yeah.
ring being on her
Exactly, and
finger.
nobody
I'm
sees
just
that.
showing you how the woman is able to gaslight the man to say, well, he didn't put a ring on my finger, so how am I gonna marry? Just look how the woman basically tried to twist it. And the dude even saying to her, but a
That's
house
not.
and
How
everything,
can
and
I
it's
do
still,
that? Hmm.
you know. But
And
yeah,
she and
go
she
ahead.
also and she said, "Well, I if you leave, just leave me. I won't have anything." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's why she's still. But like you said, O'Neill, she'll still have part of that home.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Oh, where's Margot?
she wants to make sure she gets half of Anthony's no matter what.
Hmm.
Oh, we lost Margot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is, does Amber confuse commitment with promises? Because those are two different things. She wants people to commit to her, but then there is when they promised her, she feels like they should owe her something. Like when they promise her something, she will say, "You because I'm pretty, or because I'm beautiful, or what do you think about this? What do you think about that about me? What do you love about me?" It's not always going to be they will tell you the honest truth. Some people are there to tell you half and half and
Hmm.
then give you the rest for you to figure out.
Well, that's a
Exactly.
sense of entitlement on her part too.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, so the thing is, commitment. Amber should be committed, not commitment. She should be committed. But the thing is, we're going to see it's all going to play out because I'm just looking. You notice how Erica's starting to come back into the scene a little bit towards Wayne again. So
Hmm.
could that be a replacement for somebody on the podcast?
Possibly. I
We've been
saw that
talking about
too.
Erica being on the podcast. We all been
Hmm.
thinking that too. Go ahead, Ernie.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Just answering.
Sounds right.
All
You
right.
can
So
go ahead,
now,
Lee. Hmm.
who was speaking? Lee or Brian? Did you finish speaking?
I'm finished because with Amber, it's the same thing. It's she plays victim very well.
Yes.
The first thing, and Wayne does, oh, he must really hate me. He must really hate me. No, it's not about you. It's like the dinner, like you said, Sharon.
Hmm.
Dave invited him to the house for the dinner,
Correct.
and for her not having a meal for him, that is total.
Hmm.
She's basically trying to put the spotlight on him because David's not a stupid guy. He's probably thinking, why is she acting like this? Why is she
Hmm.
telling me don't trust him? Why is she telling me, not to be in business with him, not to go to
Mm-hmm.
LA with him?
Hmm.
She's all she's doing is putting the light back on her for him to question in
True.
his head and say, why is she like this? Because as men,
This
we
why I
think
tell her to get off the fence.
as men, we think if she's saying this, what's her motive?
True.
All
You know?
right. I can hardly hear you, Lee. I'm gonna take some comments and then we come back with the conversation. All right, so Charmaine here saying, why are you all blaming Amber? Because Dave did all these things without Amber discussing it with Amber. Okay, hold on. Let me rewrite that. Reread it. Why you all blaming Amber? Because Dave did all these things without even discussing with Amber. Yeah, that's it.
So this has two parts to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I explained this on the live that we had with Mother tonight. It's have two
Hmm.
part to it. Part of it is correct, where Goddess London, and I give her the credit every time because she's
Yes,
stating
and
it first.
Ashley.
And Ashley, part of it is
Mm-hmm.
correct that yes, Dave has gone out of his way to done his things,
Yeah.
but Dave only did them because
I was
Amber
about to speak on it too. Go
consistently
ahead. I was about to speak
Amber
on the
has
same
Amber
thing.
has consistently made it look as though she needed this security kind of thing. So she has challenged Dave's manhood, but no one is telling you that. See, it come again.
Yes,
Where
it's true.
basically
And
when
that
we try if we look on the two side, them people try to shift from the sides. Them she
and that.
basically challenged Dave's manhood to say him
Hmm.
can't provide. So Dave said, "Well, let me show you that I can provide." That's what
Hmm.
she's done.
And
Go
and
ahead.
that's why I was coming with the love thing. If you say you love
Hmm.
somebody, they said love is kind. If you love somebody from the kindness of your heart, they don't have to say a
Hmm.
word. They know what you
Hmm.
want. And then if
Mm-hmm.
they say love is patient, you will wait on that person. Dave has not waited on Amber. Amber has not waited for her
Well,
own life to be changed.
he needs to read Corinthians. Then love is patient.
Yeah. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going by saying they love something, love all day, it's not
Mm-hmm.
showing because why? You say this man have given up everything, but what have you done? You haven't done nothing. So you
Mm-hmm.
haven't shown him that you love him. You only love him because of what he can provide, and then you only love him because he can defend for you in public, or he can,
Correct. Correct.
But
They,
Amber does slick talk. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She does slick talk
correct.
to throw little things in there to make like O'Neill says to make Dave feel well. You know what? I can do this because she
Yeah.
kind of tried to make him feel guilty that Melissa was in the house and they made love
Mm-hmm.
and they
Correct.
did all this. Did all
Yeah.
this. So
It's like an
Correct.
illusion in his mind, making go crazy to
and she
to,
said,
to do
"Well, I can't."
more.
That she didn't want to stay here. That she had to find her own place. You know what I mean?
Boom.
So
Exactly.
all that was a build up for. So Dave did a great thing in his mind. You know, I'm going to show her because Amber's slogan is "Romance without
And
finance is a nuisance." You
and
know,
Dave
so
even
Okay.
Boom.
admitted. Dave said
Mm-hmm.
Let
that
me say something when you're finished.
Dave even admitted and said that I did this all because of you. Even when he let go of when he let
Melissa.
go of
Yes.
Melissa,
Melissa, he said
Yep.
I
Yeah.
did this because of you. But if he
Yes.
wasn't gonna do that, she was still gonna be kept around, kept
Mm-hmm.
get the business started.
but she would have stayed, still played victim.
Yeah.
You know what I think she's doing? Okay, Amber is using Dave to make Anthony jealous. That's
Yeah,
at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, that's really what she's doing. So Dave is really a pawn in her game because
yes,
Oh
Amber does
boy.
these games. He's really a pawn in her game. If you notice when she go over there, she buy the new car, she do whatever else it is. She go with the new house, she do her little thing. That's what it is. At the end of the day,
Mm.
that's really what it is. Notice what the woman did the first thing when they buy the house. She put it in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because
yeah.
she
What do you
wants
mean?
Anthony to
What do
know.
you mean? Yes, the woman put it inside of her group chat to make sure them all know that this what's going on with her. And until that changes, it's the same Amber.
And
The same Amber. Hmm.
back in the day when she
Can
was with Wayne and she first went to Anthony's house, she told
Hmm.
Wayne Anthony got a bigger house.
Yes, this is what I was telling them. It's a repeat of what it was with Dave.
Yeah.
Yes.
When people say, "Oh, well, I don't think Anthony is intentional," that's BS. Anthony was intentional. He married the woman. What are we talking about here?
And
Let's kind of call a spade a spade. The dude has married
yeah,
the
yeah.
he
woman.
did.
And that's why I say they all gonna go down to that they truly love one another, but it's just that they had a lot of people in their ears, and
Hmm.
if they didn't have that, by now they will be more than where they are. They will be with
Boom,
children. They will be with more than in different homes. They will be having more business
boom.
going on.
I agree. See, that's why I've been saying to them that somebody, okay, remember what Amber calls Dave. She calls him the do right guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows he's a good man, but basically, she knows also how to play him.
Hmm.
Just
Exactly.
like how Amber know to play, just like how Sheila know to play him, and Angela
Yes.
know to play him. That's the deal of the matter. But at the end of the day, if there was no Sheila, I would have wanted to see the relationship then. Because at the end of the day, Sheila basically preyed on every single thing that has occurred.
Yeah.
Up to now, in this entire marriage and in the entire scene of them being together, Anthony really hasn't been with any other woman except Sheila.
Shayla, yeah.
He's tried Rolanda, but he hasn't gotten there. In them
No,
entire
he did.
relationship,
There was a skit show that they were together.
which oh,
That Anthony get with crack
Rolanda.
Roland the egg.
Well,
Angela Steve
he
sent
didn't.
it that video.
it
Yeah.
It
was a
didn't. It was so
situationship.
every
That
okay
was only
since
business wise, I think, for
right
just
since
business.
No,
they've
they
since
cracked
listen
a
this is what
lot.
I'm saying to you since they have met
Mm-hmm.
since she's gotten with Anthony right before the wedding and to where we are now, Anthony has not been with Rolanda. He's
No.
gotten close, but he hasn't been with her in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
in the bed
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah,
anything like that. I'm saying that basically since then that the only person he's been with outside of her is really Sheila. So
Yes.
Yeah.
the real meat of the issue between all of them is basically the Sheila. And that's what I kept telling people that you have to look at how Sheila basically destroyed that marriage. The things that Sheila said, the things that
Yeah.
Sheila
Mm-hmm.
did, the ways that Sheila basically get him into a mode of cheating. Because sure, him have his part to play, but I'm just showing you how she get it into him where she make sure him do something, then say, well, hey, if you don't do it, I'm gonna tell your wife. So you prefer her
Yeah,
knowing or you prefer this happening? So the dude
It's
don't think him
almost
have to
like
say anything.
blackmail, almost.
That's what it
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was for real. You're right. And they're showing that same situation now
with
with
Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, between Lauren, not Lauren, Delicia and Shayla.
Correct.
They're
Mm-hmm.
just repeating the same
Mm-hmm.
storyline there. So now with back to Amber and Dave. So now O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that Amber is a professional scammer then? I'm
I
just
wouldn't.
asking.
Okay. No, it's a good
Because
question.
of
So
oh
so.
she know oh it's like Lauren. We are watching Lauren. Lauren
Mm-hmm.
tell the man she wants 40,000
Mm-hmm.
and they will give it to her. She make the excuse, oh I'm drowning in debt because you know her beauty and whatever. My mom have medical bills and whatever, right? And they give her the 40,000. So now in Amber case, I'm not saying I'm just it's a theory. So guys don't come for
Yeah,
me, it's
good.
just a
Yeah, good.
theory.
Good theory. Good theory. So here's what I said
So I am
because
here, hold on, O'Neill. So
go ahead.
I'm here saying, does
Mm-hmm.
she perfected her game so smoothly because obviously she played. She saw the house. She
Mm-hmm.
in the backyard. We saw that she see that the house. She's maybe say, "Wow, this
The
man
couch,
richer than
everything.
Anthony." So now she decided. Say, "Okay, let me go file for divorce. Oh, let me go. What you call it there? Let me go when go after this man, let me just play damsel in distress. Let
Mm-hmm.
me just complain about my husband, and then she get into what she need to get into. And no, yeah, we know she didn't ask the man to buy her a house, but as Brian and you, O'Neill and Lee saying, she keep on complaining she don't have no way to stay and blah 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 and comfort. And then that man feels so sorry for her. He decided to do, although we know say not innocent, he take advantage of a married woman regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he listens, buy her the house, even doing everything. Anthony's not taking me out. He takes her out. Then she make him missing business meeting. All right, go
Mm-hmm.
ahead. That's why I ask you, is she a low-key scammer but a professional who is a smooth operator that nobody noticing?
She
Just
she
asking
u-
question.
she uses psychological warfare.
To do her thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So I call her.
subconsciously.
Mhm. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead, O'Neill.
No, no, no. Finish first, and then I'll get the point in there.
It's like psychological warfare. It's like you if you have kids and your kid asking you for something, and you're shaking your head in the no thing. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you really don't want that, and you're shaking your head, so you're giving a signal to that kid it's a negative instead of having your head in a positive position, like up and down, like it's yes, yes, I'll provide it for you. It's just like, are you going to the store? Oh no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can really use if you are, I can really use that. So it's putting in as planting a seed so the seed can foster, and this is what she's doing.
Hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. So I say, and I appreciate that point. So I don't say she's basically a scammer because
Mm-hmm.
Lauren is indeed a scammer because
Mm-hmm.
Lauren basically did the mother thing, right? Which is a clear outright scam. Okay. What I say of Amber is that I say she falls in the category of an opportunist, in the
Opportunist.
category of
Okay.
a gold digger. I put her in those
Okay,
two
a gold digger.
categories. Right.
Okay,
So
so
she'll
that
dig for
okay,
gold.
that's what I meant to ask.
Right. So
So I
I
said
say
the
she's in
wrong
those
title,
things.
guys. So I'm just asking because that's how they're portraying the character. Like say she's an
Mhm.
opportunist.
Right.
Yes, Lauren is a scammer. Yes, Lauren is a
Right.
scammer. Delicia is a scammer. Yes, but Amber is a smooth operator to manipulate people.
Right.
How she want them. Is she a manipulating Dave? I'm asking.
In
Some
a
way,
way.
somehow, yeah. In a way, she is because she make it look as though. Listen to what Dave is saying. Dave is telling you, giving the secret to it. Dave is already the one that is saying, "Hey, boy, Anthony did a number without even knowing anything. Him don't know the entire story, but him say she do a number. Oh, she do a number upon him. Or it's not the other way around. You don't know the entire story. So you can't really and truly give that. Let me
Mm-hmm.
correct something as well. Somebody's asking, so are we saying Anthony is alleviated of accountability? No. The question that they're asking JDK is just pinpointed to Amber. So I'm answering the
Yeah,
question from
your
that
brother
standpoint.
call Macho.
Right? So I'm
Don't
just
get my
giving,
phone.
I'm
Me
I'm
and
just
line.
giving Oh yeah, like I'm giving the standpoint from that particular perspective. That's what it is. But I don't have her as basically a scammer. I have her more as like a gold digger and an opportunist, right? Because I see where she really is really more interested in the transactional side of things more than anything else. She's very transactional.
Yeah.
She's showing that right now with Wayne. She's showing the same thing basically with Dave. She's showing that. But if you were to come to scamming, it would basically be she have to
No, yeah,
fabricate
I
some
stay
stories. So I
corrected.
don't see that.
Yeah. I the
Yeah, no, I'm
wrong
just
word
giving
I
it to
use.
our
I
people.
wanted to say a gold digger, or I meant not a gold. I wasn't thinking like an opportunist. Like say she see. I'm just
Hmm.
asking question because I'm just seeing how they are portraying her character. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. Somebody's asking a question. Okay. So let me answer this question for the people I ask. None of them are good partners. For like Nancy was asking if Anthony is a good husband. Amber is not a great
No,
wife.
he's not.
At this point, she's not a good wife either, right? Because at the end of the day, you still can't allow your friend to run wild inside of your marriage either. So you can't be saying you're that to and being a good wife at the same point. Okay.
Yeah,
The only thing that people have right now on Anthony is the baby him have with Shayla.
that's
If y'all
it.
never had that baby with Shayla, Una
And that's
really
what I
wouldn't have
said.
any argument.
Yeah,
Because the argument would fall apart. The only thing people have, is the behavior, the baby him have with thing. No, you better pray. So she not get pregnant with Dave. Because that could be a whole different case. But nonetheless, let me digress. So that's the thing. When it comes to the two of the Daltons are in a place where they both need assistance. Coco said it best. There's a competition going on between both of the Daltons. Unless you look at the Daltons as equals as to what they're doing, then basically anything else is a one-sided argument that we're not talking about. We can go deep in Amber's belly of things that she has done, but it is what it is. The Daltons need therapy. Both of the Daltons them need work. Amber basically have low self-esteem, plus she is always seeking validation from somebody. Anthony have the same thing, him seeking validation as well. Both of them seeking validation, right? Anthony having pieces where, and funny enough, look at how we call Anthony this guy that's supposed to be this overly
Evil
womanly
man.
guy, right? This man's woman's man or whatever it is. We're going to call him this. So he has all of that, but we haven't seen him going after many women. But we've seen
True.
Amber basically move around the whole of the place and go after different people. We've seen Victor, we've seen Kelvin,
Calvin.
we've now seen whatever it is. We've seen more partners with Amber than we've seen with Anthony. But yes, still Anthony the
Mm.
dog. You know what I mean? And Amber is the, oh no man, she just going to get happiness. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
Margot want to come put me in my place. Okay.
But can the men get in there, my
Okay,
friend.
so get in. I'll get you in soon, Margot. All right, Lee, what do you say about that question that I asked? I'll bring it in a minute, Margot. I'm
Yeah,
having
for me.
issue with the system right now, so I'm waiting for it. I'm giving it 5 more minutes to do that. Lee and Brian, jump in.
Yeah, for me, I don't think Amber is a scammer.
Oh no, we
I
dropped
think,
that. That
yeah,
is a misspoken. You know me misspoke
yeah.
sometime. So is Amber a opportunist or a gold digger? I told that question too.
Oh,
Or is
okay,
she?
okay, all right. I think she is both because she used both of those tricks very well on anyone, and that's why they can't see right through her until when you really dig deep and start to know Amber. That's when you're gonna see what she does with her lifestyle or with her money or with the way she talks, the way she speaks. She's very good with her words, but she's not good with her
Even Lee
brain.
drop off of here too, and he click back the link and sorry there, Lee, and I
Yeah,
click him back in. People drop off the live all the time there.
yeah. So go ahead, Brian.
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with opportunist. Uh, because as soon as she sees a little opening, she goes through. She definitely goes through, and so if that compiles with gold digger, so be it.
like a
But
like a crack.
she's yeah.
The window open is a crack opening. Uh,
She's there. And the
yeah,
thing
she's
is,
there.
uh, Amber, you know,
Hmm.
I wish that they gave her the acumen as a businesswoman, as she is portraying with these men, the character that she has with these men. Because as a business person, she she's dumb. She's terrible. She's terrible. You know what I mean? Every business that she had, and now that she's starting a new business with Ernestine, so that's something that's for another skit or another storyline that's going to be in the future, I imagine. But the thing is, yeah, she's definitely an opportunist. She sees it, you know. She's seen it with Anthony. She didn't love Anthony right at the beginning. She's seen an opportunity. She took advantage of it.
All
She,
right, thank
she
you
went
for that.
she went to get
So
help.
JDK asks says we certainly watch this skits through different lens. No, JDK, the reason why I asked that question, I wasn't supposed to say a scammer, right? I'm supposed to say opportunist, but my mouth, my son said a scammer. And O'Neill dropped the gold digger. But the reason why we said gold digger, remember they also let Ben call her a gold digger because they were showing us. And the reason why they let Ben does it is because they are trying to show you, says, look here, we are showing you that she's actually a gold digger because they met Ben said. Because, oh, they set it up between when she looked at what Dave has compared to what her husband has. Right now, Amber doesn't even know her husband can buy that property
if he wants
and
to.
have money still. Like, you know what I mean? That him, is as deep, but then again, she tell Lauren that, not Lauren, Delicia, that her husband has deep pocket. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, right now, Dave, to me, in my opinion, gave everything he has for to Amber because Amber has the yes ma'am yes, but he is in love with a married woman. He actually fall in love with a married woman. When you're a player, you play so much. Then that's one female come along. Yes, we know that she is a married woman, but this man think he's in love. Him even fired the person that actually
So
help him
Amber,
build the company that he has today for Amber. And then when Amber says, "How many lovers you have in here?" and him tell her. So she say, "All right then." So what he did, he asked Amber, what would your dream house look like?" Amber found it. Amber showed it to him, and what did he did? He went out and bought it for her. She didn't tell him to buy it for her. But the
Hmm.
reason why I bring up that because I notice a lot of people is not asking these questions. Is Amber a gold digger, an opportunist? We're just asking question for conversational going. Hi dear Margot, welcome back in.
so that's more of an
Renas,
opportunist
Hey,
than a gold
can
digger.
I
and
jump in on
Miri,
that
I
with
send
the
you the link. So
brother?
if you have the link, you have the link from whenever early on. I send you an O'Neill. All right.
Wait, who
Okay,
was
go
Hey,
ahead,
talking? Let
brother,
the
Margot.
can
person talking. Go
I
ahead.
get one
No, let the person who was
second?
talking finish. Who was talking? Let him finish first, and then Margaret can go.
Okay, all right.
Who was it? Brian or Lee?
Brian, but he's
Brian,
finished
go ahead and
already.
finish, Brian.
Yeah. The thing is, what Sharon you're saying, I don't think that qualifies on the side of gold digger to more than an opportunist.
Hmm.
For the simple fact that anytime that she's seen an opening, she took advantage of that opportunity. So that would quantify her as an opportunist. So everything that she's done has been through opportunity. And so she took advantage of that opportunity. So that would make her an opportunist. Because she did have a little bit of she did have money. She had business and stuff like that. So she was
Hmm.
self-sufficient at one time. That's what they made us believe. So but the thing is, like we reiterated before, she always said, "I'm going to make sure I have my bag, have my bag, have my bag." So in saying that, people can see her as a gold digger. And for what Ben calling her a gold digger, Ben is Ben. You know what I mean? So uh, he's got his own issues that he's going to be dealing with. But the thing is, I think she's more of an opportunist for the fact that she's taken advantage of every opportunity that's been presented to her.
Sharon, let me actually read you some definitions. Scammer: break the law by using deliberate, fabricated lies to steal assets from strangers. We know that's not what it is. Opportunist: exploit circumstantial situations, networks, or people to advance their own careers or social status. That in line with what I think Brian was saying. Listen to this: gold diggers form real world transactional romantic relationships specifically to exploit a partner's wealth. So I got a question for you, Brian. Right now, Dave has now provided her with monies where she don't need that wealth. But she is willing to let Dave wait while she goes to go get the next piece. I'm just saying. Um,
So I
that's
might have
why
to put on my Kanye West song then.
that's why O'Neill says
Yeah,
there is the gold digging in there. But
yeah.
okay, you see, if Dave never provided that house
And
for
that's why I
her,
say it's both. I say
thank
it's
you.
both.
Thank you.
Wait,
You see,
girly.
Go ahead, go ahead, though.
If Dave never provided Lee, if Dave never provided her with that house where I could have said, all right, now she have someone. Let me see what she does. And I thought she'd have walked away from Anthony and said, you know what, Anthony, I'll take the 10% and see what it is and move on. The mere fact that she still wants to go for 50% or whatever percent she's asking for amidst having that asset, it tell me everything we need to know. Because what else you doing it for? If it really was love and you really and truly love the person you're with now, you'd have moved on. You'd have done your own thing. You'd have been perfectly fine. Look,
Especially when he said, "I got you."
If Dave didn't give her anything, you'd have won me. You know what? Stay and fight for your need for fight for whatever it is. But at this point, Amber doesn't need it. She's going after that purely from greed and purely from, hey, you know what? I've done this relationship with Anthony. I'm going to make sure I get this particular wealth. And that's why she married into it anyways. Let's not go around it. When she met Wayne and she met Anthony, it was about the bag.
Yeah.
Why you think Wayne keeps saying what he's saying? Wayne said down by the river with Dave. Him say, boy, she keep meeting what he's making a bunch
She
of
picked
slick
men with
remarks.
money.
A bunch of slick remarks. Thank you very much. There's a reason why
Mhm.
Wayne said, boy, I don't know what she got. Where she making you guys doing all of this thing. That's why Wayne keeps saying that. You know what I mean? She is more sophisticated, like Brian or I think Lee had said before, but she's up there. I ain't see her as a scammer, but I see her as the other two, the opportunist and the gold digger. I see both of that. But let me rest my case right there. So I think Margot probably want to get on the microphone and get her piece in.
Margot,
Okay, I
you there?
was trying to answer in the chat, but my keyboard. Hold on, Margo. Let me take some comments. Right now, JDK is saying, so being an opportunist is a bad thing. Just asking. No, it's not a bad thing because if you're in right on your opportunist is not a bad thing.
All depends
Opportunist,
what though.
It's the
yes.
way you use it, probably. The way you do it.
Well, the
I mean,
opportunist,
if you
Um,
go ahead.
is what is opportunist? Yeah, let you
So
make your
again, the
answer.
opportunities exploit circumstantial situations, networks, or people to advance their own careers or social status. An opportunist, right? You should be an opportunist. You shouldn't do it at the expense of people for sure. So that's the idea of it. It depends upon what you're trying to do. That an opportunist, for the most part, is a good thing. We're
mhm.
saying that on top of Amber being an opportunist, Amber is also a gold digger because she does these relationships for the transaction. When she went to Dave's house, go back to listen to the song. You heard what the song said. It was the man of money, and she said something bigger and better than the money she leaving at home. Clearly, that's what she's going after. If you go back to even her scenes with the Wayne thing, well, the man now can cover whatever else it is. He's richer than what you have. What do you think she talks about? The money. She
Money,
talks about
yeah.
the whole idea that the man richer than whatever it's that you have. So she's going after those things. So it
Yeah,
is what it
that's
is.
what
But
they're portraying.
hey, you can call it anything you want to call it, but that's what it is, friends. I mean, you can go around it many different times. So if you're asking about the opportunity, sure. Should you be an opportunist and seize moments? You should seize moments and of opportunity, not at the
Yeah.
expense of people. That's fine.
No.
But what I think people is trying to ask is she a gold digger? No, we know she's not a
Digger.
scammer, but if she's a gold digger, that no is the part where I say, boy, she's not easy. She's a gold digger. I ain't
Yeah.
saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no
Exactly.
who. Because when
Bro.
them broke, she
Yes,
don't want
yes,
them. She
yes,
don't want
yes.
them. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm just saying.
So true, Anil. So true. So at the end of the day, because I noticed a lot of people is not asking some question. I saw how the skit is portraying her and how she's playing it. And lately, I honestly don't like what I'm seeing right now. And but there is nothing I can do about it. I just have to review it, give it a fair. If I'm gonna call a spade, I'm calling. So that's why I'm asking question. And I hope it's not a wrong question, but we have to pick up on what they're saying. They have been calling her a gold digger because they noticed the Amber Level Tree are not gonna call her a gold digger. That is why. And I said, you know what? When I have a good audience, and I'm so happy that Mr. O'Neill here can help me, and Auntie Riri's in the chat can help me explain that. So was this a good topic? Did you guys like it? Offended? Give me your take.
On there, it's a good topic. Somebody's asking what is a gold digger.
Yeah.
Oh, Margo need to go. Go ahead, Margo.
Okay. Um, I just want to try and see if I can help identify a gold digger as opposed to an opportunist. They're both one and the same. If we have to be honest about it,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a gold digger
Mm-hmm.
and then some say I'm not a gold digger, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just an opportunist, then you're one and the same. So let's call it what it is. Now,
Not quite.
okay, now, you didn't let me finish, sir.
No, no, no problem. But I want to make sure you have the distinction of the two. So the gold digger has a romantic relationship with it. The opportunist does not necessarily have a romantic relationship with it. That's the difference. I just want to make sure you have that. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, O'Neill. And that's what I was about to say. The difference
Ah.
between that
Mm-hmm.
is because the gold digger, they just want their bag and what they can get out of it. The opportunist is, yeah, they're going after not only the bag but to build from it with who they come in contact with that can afford to build with them. Correct me if I'm wrong, O'Neill.
Say that again, Margo. Say it again, just to make sure I have it right.
The gold digger
Mm-hmm.
is only out to get what they can get from it. The opportunists,
Mm-hmm.
they come in to not only get what they can get, but to build from it with who have given them the opportunity
Yes.
to
Yes.
elevate themselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so am I on point with that?
You're on point with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm saying with that is this. And the reason that I said what I said from the very beginning, they are almost one and the same if there is no love involved with who you connect with. If there's no love involved, and if you come in with that type of attitude and with that mindset, then you only love what you want. You only love what you want and what you can get out of it. See, I've never lived like that. You have to come in, and when now Sharon, going back with your lives, and this is why I love it, because when scripture comes in, and same thing with you, O'Neill, and especially with Lee, when we start bringing in the word of God, God does not have anything to do with confusion. Because when you look at all of these skits, all of these skits are they're all confusion. There's a whole lot of confusion. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. You can drop me if you want, but it's just a lot of confusion. But it does give a great conversation when it comes to commentary about how people really do live. I don't ever want that on me. The way they live, we're talking about Dan and Wayne is the main. He is the person that knows, but Wayne does not place, I say again, any of his family He don't put any of his family on Front Street like that. The way that he does with Larry, the way that he does with um Candace and Chase, the way that he does with Terry, the way that he does with Mike and Blake, the way that he does with anyone. We definitely need to pay attention to that.
What do you mean?
What do I mean about what?
So what do you mean when you say he doesn't put like the family on Front Street? What do you mean?
He does not put any of his direct family, his immediate family on Front Street like that, like he does everyone else's family. Look at Blake. Blake
Mm-hmm.
started with Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
That young lady, that young girl, being Mike's daughter, started with Wayne, with Roe, with Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest about it.
Okay.
Wayne gave everything from all of that and building everything. And I listen, no disrespect to Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
We need to pay attention to that because there's absolutely no way. I hope in your life or Sharon's life or anyone's life on this platform that you would give any one person that kind of power over your family because he does have that type of power because of his money. Now
Wait,
his
Margot.
money.
Margot, wait. Let me ask you something. And I know you. Just give me one moment. So, okay. So what they're doing is basically okay. So you have to also remember that there are actors and actresses that are basically playing stories. So in other
Right.
words, in other words, I'm saying that to say this. What's his name? One of his kids may say, you know what, I just probably want this tiny role inside of, Skitland because I probably want to pop for a period of time. They may ask that question. Or if an Amber comes in, he may say, Amber, are you comfortable with this? Do you want to do this particular portion? What type of skits do you want to do? So they get a chance to basically, just so you know how it works, they get a chance to see exactly how they want to be portrayed as they go along. If they don't, then basically they walk from the entire skit in itself. In other words, I'm saying that to say Larry's family is not really a real family. That's basically like a made up story, basically, of everything that you're actually seeing. It's not like it's not a personal story. It's just basically they're saying this is the family of Larry. Look into this family where it's a biracial couple, but they have these kids that are, this kid is from here, that kid is from there. The mother was with this person, that person was with that person. It's just basically writing at the end of the day. I'm just kind of putting that in there so you know. So in other words, so you know, like they get a chance to decipher. So even with Wayne's kids, they get a chance to decipher how far they want to go inside of the storyline. If they want to go far, then he'll put them there. If not, then just that's about it. And I guess he does that based on, him at least make them brush the storyline so he can basically give them a double nine, as he says, outside of skit world. But it's up to them as to how far they want to go in acting. He's not forcing them to go too far
Exactly.
or too deep in the story, just so you know that.
Yeah.
So
Let
it's
me
it's
read
not like
some comment.
mhm,
Well said. Well said, O'Neill. And Suzette here says, Suzette P says the actors can choose not to take the part.
mhm.
And O'Neill, right, it's up to you. When they put something in front of you, it's up to you to take it or you walk.
No, and I
All right.
totally agree with that. I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly agree with that. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Because
All
you
right.
see,
So Kenyatta said my
That's all,
favorite.
that is very much so on point. I totally agree with that.
you see how he used his son's pregnancy in the storyline. He used that. You know what I mean? So it obviously was up to him and his son and the
Correct.
baby and the son's
And
mom to, you know what I mean, to
Right.
see if you want to
and
carry the storyline, and they obviously did.
and
So
he
Right.
you know,
also
and he
and
let
he
them know.
also
No, it
used his
didn't start with
older
his son.
son.
It really started with Aubrey.
He also used his older son when they did the Britney skit. You know Britney,
Mm-hmm.
the one that was with Ty. They did the cross the line skit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes,
So like
exactly.
it depends. So
And
it
that's why
depends
I'm saying
basically.
Listen, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not bashing Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, I'm not bashing him. If we're going to talk about all of the characters in these skits,
Mm-hmm.
we have to go to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think you're stuck on
Mhm.
that though, Markham. You know what I mean?
Like
It.
Wayne the
But you said
persona.
you said it perfectly right there. Characters.
Right.
They're playing a character.
Right. So there's Wayne the character. The character can be criticized, but Wayne the person writing the skits at the top is that writing happens differently. That happens among all of them. They're all producers. Even Mike produces skits them.
Oh,
If you
Yeah.
yeah,
look at,
yeah, I
you know what I mean?
agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I totally agree. I
Let me read
wholeheartedly
this
agree.
comment. Let me take this one comment. Let me take this comment here. Let me take a couple comments. All right. So Kenyatta says here, I stay away from scripture with these skits. I have my peace with those are for the streets. Shirley says here, I Shirley, Charmaine, I'm with you. Our parents would not want us to marry a broke man, love or not. Yeah, there's a lot of parents don't want the kids to marry broke. Auntie Riri, you can come up. Yeah, but maybe yeah, I sent her the DM, so she and Dante, if they're still in the chat, they can come. They
Go back
have
to
the
that
link in the
previous
chat.
one. Sharon, go back to that previous one.
This one.
So this is relative. What people are not getting is the term broke. Won't call broke because okay, broke relative because broke for you can mean 50 grand. Broke in a lot of what Wayne is talking about because they're kind of geared to a younger audience. Is talking about women that are saying if you don't make $200,000 per year, you're broke, which is basically 6% of the entire, you know what I mean, black male population. So in other words, that's what they're kind of showing you. In other words, a lot of these women are trying to go for that same 6% man. I hope you understand that that's what that means. So just making sure you have some
Okay, may
context
I
into
ask
what
a
does broke
question?
mean. Mm-hmm. But keep going,
Okay,
Sharon.
may I ask just one
Yes.
question? Just one quick
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at the characters of the
Mm-hmm.
women
Mm-hmm.
on all the majority of his skits,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all of them are naked. They are all women
Mm-hmm.
half
Mm-hmm.
naked. And you know, I'm saying this for a reason
Mm-hmm.
because even now, not just the women, even the young girls, they're showing something, maybe just something simple as, you know, like short tops, then the short shorts, then like the twins. They, in my opinion, it's just
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, and we all
Mm-hmm.
have one.
Mm-hmm.
The women are so physically exposed. And then the young girls, look at Brooke. Brooke didn't start out being disrespectful. As a matter of fact, Brooke was really one of the most respectful children or child
Mm-hmm.
in the skits. In the beginning, in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
She really did. And then came the twins, then came
Destiny.
Isaiah, and then that right, Destiny. But wait, let's go before Brooke. Blake. Blake was the first child. Blake was the first child that was raised by Wayne. Didn't know that Mike was her dad.
No,
Mm-hmm.
right. Blake was raised by Jordan. Let's get it straight.
No, Blake was raised by Jordan, but Wayne was
And her
still a
mother and her
part of the
mother and her
process.
mother. Jordan and her mother.
You right. I am not disputing you.
Because
You are very right. You're right.
and Blake had a little sinister side to her too when she was going out with Tony. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? She was really
I agree.
rambunctious. I'll use the word that rambunctious when she was going out with Tony. When she used to drive up in her BMW
Right.
and stuff like that.
You're right. I saw all of that. You're right. You are on point. You are absolutely right.
And Margot.
You are right.
Margot,
Yes.
another thing is Tina is saying the skits are being based on real life events also. That's what the actors them tell us also.
Right. So them giving you how people are these days. Like, for example, what they're doing is kind of representing part of they're trying to make sure, and that's why I said something about art today to someone, and they said the art is hard to look at. And I said, well, that's art for you. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like doing a slavery piece. For example, Django Unchained. You'll have to watch people getting whipped as a slave. It's tough to watch, but it's art. You know what I mean? But they have to represent the art to its truest form. So when them
Yes,
show you the women them doing whatever it is, again, part of it as well too, they have a say so into how they want to come onto the skits. I hope you
yeah,
know that. Like in other words, they're not forced. Like nobody's Wayne doesn't say to them, hey, you need to drop that top, or you need to show some cleavage, or you need to whatever it is. He doesn't do that. He allows them to be who them basically want to be and how they want to present themselves on the skits. He does do that.
exactly.
If you even listen to Shayla, even Shayla told you that basically she had her computer and she was working and she gave it a story that Wayne tell her, I said, well, bring a laptop. If that's what you function, that's what you function. He's very
Yeah,
he's more relaxed than you think. He's way more relaxed than the average director who probably will give you more edgy kind of things. He's way more relaxed than that.
yeah,
It's just them that's giving you that representation of how they want to come on screen, I guess, you know?
Listen,
exactly.
when
And
I used to,
Margot, another thing is, thank you, O'Neill, that well said there. And another thing is that Erica storyline I heard is she's portraying what happened to her. She lived that story that she's showing now. That people are saying is too
Too much, eh? Too triggering.
triggering for them, but she
That's what
lived
I'm
that.
telling
So
you.
she's
There you
showing.
go.
So she's playing the part to show people this is what I remember. I did that little video with the
Mm-hmm.
what you call it there, the real of what the all these men come into our
Mm-hmm.
lives and what they do. So she's showing people because as O'Neill says all the time, my mind says to say art. When people watches these things, they watches us. They imitate what they see. They imitate what they see. The art, the fashion, whatever. They do what they see. So they are telling people, okay, then if you're in a situation like this, try to get out of it. Just
Mm-hmm.
like how they're showing Lauren and Dan this morning. Dan went there. We thought he was gonna hurt her. They show us another skit right back to back says he went in,
Right.
he actually closed the door nicely. So it wasn't an
Correct.
easy. You know what I
Correct.
mean? And so because I'm here saying if you're in a situation like that, Margot,
Yes, I'm here.
yeah,
Got my feedback.
okay, somebody was piggybacking just now. Oh
No,
yeah,
I was
Margot,
no, I
you're
was
piggybacking.
listening.
She
No, I was
feedback.
listening.
Yeah, yeah.
but
So they are showing us these things because people are living it in real life and don't even know how to get out of it.
she got a speaker on in the back though.
Yeah,
Close your mic,
it
Margot.
is Margot. Maybe she's listening to Margot. I had to kick you out this time. The first time I did not. You're piggybacking too much into the system. You
The
can come
feedback.
back in when you turn down. I think you're listening to YouTube also.
Yeah.
So just silence whatever you're listening to and come back in.
But the thing is today with Dan, we're talking about Dan, but you see, Lauren's going to always be Lauren because she calls Wayne up and still basically trying to tell a story. Oh, something with my mother. She's you know what? She's sticking to that con to her stand. She's sticking to it to the T. Well, something wrong. And Wayne's but see, Wayne as a street person, he's not dumb. One thing he's not done. He just like he told her earlier today. I know that you know what I mean. Somebody was messing
Mm-hmm.
with you with all these nice purses you've been getting and this, the way you look.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He's not dumb. But the thing is, what's I hope it doesn't get in the way of where it involves something coming to his house and where his kids are home. I know. You know what I mean. It won't be anything terrible like that. But that's going to be the reason that he really gets rid of her
And
because
I
you
don't
know
think
what
he's gonna do it.
he
I
doesn't
don't
play
think
with
he's
his
gonna do
kids.
it.
No.
I don't think he's even gonna do it because it's like again, I thought that that's what they're going with the dance storyline. But the more I watch the storyline, I realize that they're just basically they're on the edge with that storyline. They're riding the edge very, very hard, boy. It's like
Yeah,
they're
they
really
are.
riding the edge. They're two in the line. But because if Brian, you've watched these skits, and Lee, you've watched, and as well, Sharon, if you watch the ones that have the DV in it, you see the DV. You're not for mistaking it. Something happened with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning the last time we saw one, the girl's eye was black. You see it. In other words, there you don't mistaken that that's what the story is. But like I kept asking, why is she not calling the police? Why? How come him not? Up to now him don't say nothing. He keeps saying whatever else it is.
Exactly.
So I
It's
saw all of that. So
so
it's
it's a
interesting.
male version of Shayla.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Well said there.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry about that, Margot. It was interference, so I had to kick you out then to let you know because if I'm trying to explain, I'm gonna keep on echoing. So I had to let you know. Anybody come on the live, just remember to listen when somebody's speaking. Don't jump in until they finish. And then another thing, do not have your device on when on because it messes with the system. Sometimes I don't even have to touch it. It will automatically knock you out. All right. So with that being said, this topic
It's
is
gonna be
really
like
good.
Delicia with Dan, knock you out.
Yeah. Yeah, the system will knock you out if it's not connected properly. And then let's touch on, we're going to wrap it up soon. But because I know O'Neill said it was half an hour he was giving us, but when he comes, he stay a little longer with me, with us. Okay, so let's touch on a scene. O'Neill, if Brooke was your daughter, what would you have done with her?
I haven't watched the Brooks scenes, I'll be honest with you, because I haven't gotten the time to watch them.
Okay,
I've
let
been
me
able to
tell you.
follow the
I'll
Larry
just get you
story
up
and all
to
that.
date. She
Hmm.
graduated high school.
What's that
She
going to go to
and
college?
this young guy named Isaiah crosses the line. No, she went to the open house of the college. They went to where she
Orientation.
gonna stay. She gonna stay on dorm or rent outside, whatever, right? She do
Mm.
all of that, and then when she can find out now that her boyfriend cheated on her, she decides that she's not going to go to college, and she's telling them she ain't going. That's not her part, and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So if that was your kid, what would you have done?
Now,
Mm.
now, I really
Go
would
ahead,
love
Mark.
to speak on that right there.
I will let O'Neill speak first, and then we do it. Okay, let you speak first, Marga, and then O'Neill.
Yeah, go ahead, Margot.
Okay. I have 6 girls, 1 son, 19 grandchildren. I have had my challenges with 7 children. The way that Brooke is carrying on would
Mm.
never been allowed in my house because I've had 2 children when they turned 18 that said that they're grown. What I said to them, okay, I'm fine with that. Grown people pay grown people bills. And as long as you live up under my roof, you're either going to pay bills here or you're going to find a place of your own. Then one of them decided that they wanted to move out on their own because of, again, a boy like Brooke. Was I happy about that? Broke my whole entire heart. It really did. It when I tell you it crushed me, my daughter to make that decision, it crushed my whole entire heart. I did not let her go completely, but I knew I had to let her go because I still have other children here that will follow that lead if I didn't do something about it. But what she did when I made that decision, she found out that it was not so easy as she thought it was and had to eventually come back home with me as her mother. And then there were a few that thought they could do it too, but every last one of them understood because all of my children, I have one. I don't have multiple baby daddies. I have 6 girls, 1 son. I was married to their dad. I divorced him for the sake of my children. Not that I wanted to, because I did fight for my marriage.
Mm.
But what I did, I fought tooth, nail, 10 toes down for my marriage. That's why when I sent you what I sent to you, Sharon, he did
Yeah.
apologize. And he will tell you, if he had to speak on this platform today, he will tell you that I didn't end the marriage. He ended it when I got tired
Okay.
fighting for the marriage. That's why he apologized to me. I fought 10 toes down to the nails for my marriage, for my family. All of my children have the same father, military. And even to this day, he would tell anyone, I didn't end the marriage. I stopped caring about him and loved my children more because he didn't. But moving past that, what I'm saying is you can't fight for something that you're fighting by yourself and no one else is going to who's supposed to be fighting with you. You can't fight with that or for that by yourself. And that's what I see. Everything that I see in Country Wayne's skits. Everybody's fighting for a man. Everybody is fighting for, and then when we look at these kids, the children that are caught up in the middle of all of that.
Okay. Thank you, dear. Beautiful. Okay, Anil, what would you have done?
Well, I like what Margot is saying so far. With the whole idea of not fighting for something that other people don't want to fight for as well. So I
Yeah.
think I'm kind of in that kind of line as far as like the college thing is concerned. I will ask questions and I'll see exactly what's going on. I'm about asking the kid at those ages, what are you trying to do? Right? If it is
Mm-hmm.
Right.
something plausible, maybe you're saying I don't really want to go to college because I don't feel I'm gonna be able to make it, but you just need to tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to say, "Hi, you know what? I'm gonna go work for the next year to figure out what I want to do," because that's also plausible, right? Or maybe I'm gonna do whatever else is, because I also understand that college is not for everyone. As a college person, it's not for everyone, right? And sometimes
Yeah.
people go to college and they do programs that don't make no sense. What that means, they might do a program that basically is obsolete. You know what I mean? I don't know, English. They want a degree in
No,
English. It
you're
means
right on
nothing.
though.
You know what I
You're
mean?
on
Like
point.
it's a degree. hmm
Yeah.
is a degree that goes nowhere. So maybe that's what they were trying to do, and then realize it doesn't make any sense. So I'm more on the counseling side of asking, all right, what are you trying to do? No, if you're just telling me you're just trying to sit down and do nothing, then that's a whole different case. Somebody says college is so important without a plan. That is absolutely true. So you
Exactly.
can't go there without, you don't want to just go college without knowing what you're going there for, or else you can come out worse of college without whatever it is, because you'll go there and then people will influence you and you're going in the wrong direction. Right? I
True.
have
Right.
may have very weird things of schooling. For example, one of my professors back in Jamaica, we studied a theory of a guy called Ivan Illich, right? Ivan Illich is from Russia. And Ivan Illich's method of schooling was that you needed to be paired with someone that is the master of an area. So, for example, if a man is good at being a mechanic, you need to just go sit down and watch him for a long period of time, and you'll get good just like him. Or if he's good at, I don't know, this YouTube, then you go watch him. Or if he's good at whatever else it is.
Yeah.
So I value what you're trying to do. I'm more in that type of alliance. I think that that's the first thing I would have asked with the Destiny thing, more than the Brook. What is it? Brook or Destiny? Brook?
Yeah,
It's Brook
broke,
or
broke.
Brook. More than just getting upset. I think I would first ask, does it make sense? Because
Right.
school is becoming a bit of a, it's not fully, but some of it is becoming a bit of a relic. I have the argument with my wife all the time because she have a doctorate, so we argue enough time. Right? But I'm sure why I say what I say. And she said, okay, I get what you're saying. Because certain programs just don't make no sense. For example,
Yeah.
people will know for like business administration, and I have a degree in business administration. you cannot do anything with a degree.
Yeah, it's true.
There's nothing to do with it. Like you can't put it anywhere, right? Sure, if you have a business, you're running a business, fine. But then again, you don't need a business degree to run a business. If you follow where I'm coming from. In fact, a business degree is going to slow you down because it's going to box your thinking. You need a mentor. You need an entrepreneur who is already making a bunch of monies to go study. So I'm just showing you how my perception of the school thing kind of different. So when it comes to college,
No, you're
people are
right.
very
You're right,
selective.
Brother.
What
Yes.
I see with a lot of people is they try to live their life through their kids. So because they didn't go to school and want the
Yes,
kids go to
right.
school to basically live that life of going to college through them and you can't do that. So that's basically my answer to it.
Yeah, thank you,
Can
Neil.
I give an
Hold
example?
on, Marga. So Jeff here is saying young folks are becoming millionaires just sitting in front of a computer streaming. That is true. Absolutely right.
I
And nowadays they go to school. They really says they don't. Remember, my eldest was in police foundation, and then him say, "Ma take off a year." And then
Mhm.
that where him here end up now. So it is what it is. So O'Neill is right, and Brooke is saying it's not for her. She says maybe she will go back eventually, but sometimes when you
Mhm.
says you're gonna go back, I know a lot of people say they'll go back,
the
and they
Not
gap
go
never
year.
back.
go back.
Mhm.
You know?
My my son's oldest daughter is 17, and they live upstate New York, and she's a high honor student. She's a really good volleyball player, great athlete. And so when she was younger, she wanted to go to the other University of Texas or the University of Pennsylvania because of their program. She'll get a scholarship either way. But then I just spoke to my son the other day, and he said, Dad, I don't think she wants to even go to college now. And I said, why? Because what happens now, especially with college, kids get a degree just like you're saying, O'Neill, and it's not beneficial for them, and they're in a lot of debt.
It's just dead. It's obsolete.
So all
Hmm.
they're doing is accumulating debt. So
Hmm.
so he said she's going to probably go to she's like she hasn't graduated yet. You know what I mean? This was just a preview of what he was telling me is that
Hmm.
she might go to a trade school or something. And this is what happens right now because a lot of people that are going to college, you know what I mean? That because I went to college for 1 year because I was a professional athlete. But the thing was, uh, you want your kids to do better than what you did, your thought process. But it's
Correct.
everything has changed. The mechanism has changed now as
There
far
you
as the
go.
educational system. So
Hmm.
the thing is, you want a kid to go to college, to get a degree that's not useful, and they come out and they're in plenty of debt. No,
Doesn't
it's
make
not for
sense.
everybody. But the situation
Hmm.
with Brooke only changed her mind because what happened to her. You know what I mean? Because she was all gung ho. She had a plan. If you have a purpose and with no plan, or you have a plan with no purpose, you're just going to be spinning in circles.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. The school thing is tough. I mean, I have 3 degrees, friends. I only use one. That's
Okay.
the point. I
Yeah,
have three
it's
and I
true.
only use one. They just sit up on a wall and gather dust. If you're not going to use them, then it's a waste of time. Let me just put it that
It's
way.
true.
Hey, you know what I mean? But as a school man, I
Margot,
said
you
it
were
from
gonna
another.
say something, darling.
Mhm.
No, I was just going to say, I understand, Brooke. That's why I said that Larry should send her to my house. Remember in the comments,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sharon, when we were on there and Shaman say Margaret say sent you because y'all said send her to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I said no, send her to my house
Yeah, she
because
could she
I've
couldn't
been
be home doing nothing. That's for sure. You
no,
either
no,
work.
she is home doing nothing.
No,
Brooke
but I'm
is
saying
home
she could.
doing nothing.
No, but I'm
I mean,
saying is
can
in my household it wouldn't be that way. You can't have I can't have a grown adult not doing anything, providing to the benefit of the household. Not going to happen.
absolutely right because she definitely could not be here. And as a girl, and me being a woman with daughters, I Brooke before her graduation, whether she's thinking about a boy or not, whatever it is, you have a plan A, B, and C. If plan A don't work, you have a plan B. If plan B don't work, you have a C. If C don't
Uh,
work, we have a problem.
oh,
We have a
definitely. You're right. Let me read this
we have a
comment
problem.
here.
But no
Tina is sending
success.
me some red flag.
There's
So
very
Tina says, Brooke desires school now. She's saying that she will figure it out. Okay. Brooke desires school now. She is saying that she will figure it out, but until she figure it out, she should seek employment as a structure of independence, not to just laying around on phone and DoorDash. Exactly. And
No, but here's the
and
thing
hold
about that.
on.
Sharon, I'm gonna drop real quick. Sharon, I'm gonna drop.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta head out. Yes, no
Um,
worries.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
good.
Thank you,
Love y'all,
O'Neill.
friends.
I'm
Love y'all.
all
about
right.
to end.
Love
Thank
y'all,
you,
friend.
O'Neill,
Love.
for stopping by.
Thanks, O'Neill.
what I'm only trying to say is a person that I have already taken care of, provided for, giving you shelter, everything. And then the only reason that you came back home is because I cut you off. I cut your phone off, I cut your cards off, and you don't have money. So that's why you came back because you took the car. You have violated everything under this roof. That
Mm-hmm.
right shows a
True.
sign of disrespect. That right there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, then when you come in at me like I owe you something. Why you
True.
cut my car off?
She
Why
did that.
you came in like I owe you, but you keep throwing in my face. I'm 18. I'm grown. But let me tell you what grown people do. Grown people pay their own bills. Okay, what I did, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this has helped my daughters. When you tell me you grown, I treat you like you're grown.
Okay.
I treat you like you're grown. I listen. I'm not paying for anything. You said you're grown. Grown people pay their own bills.
True. That's how they teach we.
And when they talk about, okay, I have to figure it out. So figure out how you have to pay your bill.
Mm.
Figure that out. Now, am I going to put you out unless you do something that's like way beyond disrespectful? You're not gonna sneak no boys, no nothing like that in my house. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm cutting you. You said you're grown. Grown people pay their own bills.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I've done. Now, let me tell you this: all of my 6 girls, one son, they're all grown.
Yeah.
They all live in their own place. They
Mm.
definitely don't want to live with me because I tell them, you don't need to live with me when you tell me you grown. Now, if the day come that you need to come back to me, that's different. But what you don't need to do is live up under my roof telling me that you're grown.
Yeah.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, please.
The first
You're
time,
right.
the first time she would have said to me, "I'm grown," I would have gave her a glad bag and a bus ticket. Gone.
Come on now.
Not gone. Because you can't. You know what the thing is? The problem with the skit is Brooke. Yes, she grew up and stuff like that, but then you see that she started having a tendency like with Bethany, and Brooke is just a user too. She only want to talk to Bethany or
Yeah.
be nice to Bethany when Bethany could do something or try to do something. Want to say, "Oh, that's my mom, my stepmom, whatever." But when not, it's not. But the thing is, Brooke. I don't know if Destiny, when she first came, coming from the inner city, you know what I mean, came that some fell off on Brooke.
Everybody wanted to jack Destiny up.
No, but I don't know if that you had a little stain on Brooke, but Brooke became real rude, real disrespectful.
Yeah, she
You know what I
is.
mean? And that's
That's what
why,
I'm
and
saying.
that's
Yes.
and that's why Sharon told Larry, when I wanted to take you guys and let me take her because Sharon don't play because
Yeah.
she jacked up that
Exactly.
she told Brooke, hey, this is you don't be talking to me like that. But Brooke thinks she's too smart. She's because she is an intelligent young lady, and the thing
Yeah.
is sometimes because they think they're
No,
intelligent
but Wayne
that they're
stepped in on
that
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 now.
but
Wayne stepped in on that. Don't put your hands on them while the Wayne stepped in because all of the kids are disrespectful. Every last child in
Yeah,
his are extremely extremely every last one except for his children.
that's true.
No,
All
no, no.
right, guys, this was a great live.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I'm gonna get.
Margot. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Anil, for coming up. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Lee. Thank
Thank
you, moderators and chat family. And thank
Sharon.
you,
Did you?
Dante and Riri and Charmaine and Terry and we're in the chat. They're busy doing their little thing there. And we will do this again, guys. I didn't mean to stay over so long. Oh, hi, dear Lee. So we're just wrapping up
Sorry,
the live.
sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
okay, darling. We're wrapping
Sharon,
up
did
the
you get
live.
my? Did you get my message?
Yes, I got your message,
Okay,
Brian.
perfect.
Thank you. I
Okay,
wrote it down.
okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
darling.
guys. Wagwan.
All
All
right.
right.
Sounds good. Great life. Thank you, guys. So please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. I didn't even realize that we went over our 2 hour mark. I was trying. So thank you again, Margot. You was great. Lee, thank you. Brian,
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Anil, and Jeff. Was Jeff up here? I can't remember. Okay, bye everyone.